Higher. It should be. Give me a sec, everybody. I apologize. I think it should be that one. My granny like no pressure. Just not. Um, Give me one sec. Can you hear me now? Am I good? Can you hear me? I don't know if this is working. My microphone ain't. Oh, that's why. We go higher. All right, we good now? Man, I all this work trying to format, and I don't even have my microphone plugged in. That is fantastic. Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully this is good. I don't really know essentially what I'm doing. There we go. That'll sound better. I got a lot of editing to do after this is done. Woo! All right, that's finally finished. We're here now. I guess my Nacho Libre song at the beginning is not going to work anymore. I ate some grass at the beginning. Okay, so I guess I'll go back to my shout-outs. Alex, what's up? Henny, what's up? Kobe, Wilbur, it's been a long time. It's good to see you, man. Hope everything's well with you. It's just good to see you again. Kobe, Alex, Wilbur, Henning. Man, it's good to see everybody. Blues FPL, I see you in the chat. All right, let's get this thing started. I'm at right now. I think I'm at like 82 points, something like that. I think that's where I'm at. I'd have to check live FPL, but it's somewhere around there. Hope you guys have had a good week. How you guys' week so far? Let's see. 76 with 6 to left. That's nice. Captain Gundogan. Oh, yeah. So my Gundogan story. So it was. I guess we'll start with my team before I get into your guys'. When it was like Friday night here in California, and wait. Let me just make sure my sound's back on. Oh yeah, that was hilarious. So it was Friday night, and I had 2 free transfers to make. But in school, I had 3 tests, 2 quizzes, and 2 checkups this week. Yeah, something like that. And so I had no time for FPL. Friday night, I go to bed, and at 12 o'clock, I wake up with I was dreaming about FPL, of course. I wake up in the middle of the night and realize I didn't make any free transfers. So it was like 3 hours before the deadline. I just grabbed my phone, and I go, okay, I need to bring in Gundogan, and I got to bring in Luke Shaw. So those are the 2 transfers I made in the middle of the night after I woke up from a dream about FPL. So it paid off, man. That dream paid off. They say dream about FPL ain't good for you. I disagree. So yeah, I brought in Gundogan. The only regret is that I didn't captain him, but anyway. 71 with 6 to go. Dang, Kobe. I see you got a captain return this week too, Kobe. That's so sick. What a week. Okay, I'm muted. Yeah, that was hilarious. I didn't plug in my microphone. 46 with 7 left to play. You still have 7 left to play. That could still be a good week. I mean, I don't know what the average is right now, to be completely honest, but I feel like it'd be somewhere around 50. I'd have to double check that on live FPL, but anyone know that actually? Couldn't show my face last week. Took a -4 to take Salah out and then took him back in. Oh, gotta love when that happens. I can't believe it took me 10 game weeks to get my captaincy return, but I changed my captain last minute from Gundo to Bruno. Oh, hey. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still going to get 18 points after that captain because I think Bruno's on 2 bonus, and he's on, so he'll be on 9 at the end of it. It could be a lot worse. I mean, that is a loss of 10 points, which hurts, but, I mean, you got a captaincy return. Moldy, it's so good to see you, man. Did Fernandes get bonus? Yeah, Fernandes should have 2 bonus points. Luke Shaw should have 3, and I don't remember who gets the other one for United. Moldy, it's good seeing you, man. I've been waiting to talk to you for a while about Wolves. Obviously, I've been busy. I haven't been doing as many streams, but oh man, Wolverhampton got the dub. Let's see what they look like right now. I saw my camera. Everton lost 2-0 to Fulham. Hey, Fulham have been playing well. I got to give it to Fulham. They finally got the result that I feel like they've deserved over the past couple weeks. Let's see. They beat Southampton today 2-1 Wolverhampton after losing to Southampton in the FA Cup. They drew to Leicester. They beat Arsenal last week or 2 weeks ago. Lost to Crystal Palace 1-0. Oh. But hey, Wolverhampton back on track. 44 is the average. Okay, that's about right there. Let's see. 5 remaining. 45 average with 5 remaining. That's all right. When to wild card? I think the best time to wild card. I mean, obviously it all depends on your squad. So if you have a good squad going into these doubles and into these the blank 29, I think you can hold off on your wild card. But all depends how aggressive you want to be too. So for me, I'm probably let me check Ben Krillin on Twitter real quick, if y'all don't mind. He's the man with the I don't know why I'm doing it this way. Ben Krillin's a man with the spreadsheets, man. He gets everything down. He gets all the follow him on Twitter. Seriously, the most essential person to follow on Twitter. Ben Krillin. Let me bring up the his spreadsheet real quick. So for those asking, let me see if it fits into my new format. And I did accidentally hit that. Let me see if this fits into my new format. So good to see you guys again. Ahmed, what's up, man? I know we just talked, but it's good to see you. Hey, Ahmed himself is on a wild card. On a wild card. That's so sick. All right, so game week 26, which is in 2 weeks, seems like it's going to have a ton of double game weeks. It seems like at least half of the squads will be having a double. Let's see if I can. Yeah, this looks good on the screen. Yeah, you have City having a double, most likely. Villa, Tottenham, Everton, Burnley, United, Crystal Palace, Leicester, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Some big names in there, and possibly Wolverhampton. Let's see if there are any good ones to point out. Liverpool have Sheffield and Chelsea. United have Crystal Palace in one of them. Tottenham will have Burnley and maybe Southampton or Fulham. That looks good. So I think if you were to wild card, I'd probably aim at around that 26 after 25. Because then you could really bring in, Harry Kane, Son. You could bring in double City defenders if you don't have that at this moment. You can even go triple up with that. You could bring in a United as they have Crystal Palace in that second game of that game week, it seems. And really just attack it for that game week 26 if you really want to. But again, it all depends on your squad and how you're feeling with it. So for me, I'm not going to rush into it because I like my squad at the moment. But I feel like it's too cliche to say it all depends on your squad. Diaz didn't start. I know, that sucks, man. The only thing with Diaz not starting is if Diaz doesn't come into play, as you can see here, I have Stroik coming off my bench with a 5-pointer. But Diaz will probably get 6 anyway, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That hurts, though. The double game week curse of Pep Roulette strikes again. Back at it again. Triple Burnley defense for Daff. Hey, Daff, what's up, man? FPL Swan in the building. Triple Burnley defense. Oh. We're talking about that in the Discord with Ahmed here, and I always hope I say your name right. But triple Burnley defense before the game week started, I'd be super nervous. But talking about hitting the roulette table right, man. Yeah, Burnley defense. Lowton scored his first goal in the Premier League since 2012. First goal in the Premier League since 2012. Dropped a 15-piece nugget on the double game week. What an absolute legend. I wish I would have had him, but if you had Burnley defense, I don't think they were too highly selected either. You got a nice green arrow as I crack my knuckles right in front of the camera. That's so sick. Who'd you have? What triple Burnley defense did you have? I'm assuming Pope was one of them. Let's see. I heard Wolves got a dodgy pen. I heard that too. It's one of those handball rules that's just they're still trying to figure out the actual best laws for that, I guess. I've had some bad weeks. My ranks dropped from 29 to 120k. Says Moldy. But I mean, I know that sucks and you dropped quite a bit, but at the end of the day, you're still at 120. That's still in great striking range going into game week 26, that double. So, I mean, that's still a good point, trying to be optimistic, but that does suck. The one time I bring in Diaz is when he doesn't start. I know, his first time he hasn't started in, how long has it been? Since he came into the squad? Since game week 3. He started every game except game week 3, it seems. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. Man, it's just unfortunate. Honestly, there's nothing else to say to it. He'll be fine going forward. He's still, in my opinion, the best healthy center back in the Prem this season. So he'll still be good on the best defensive unit in the Prem. Ooh, 71 with 60. Oh, that's so sick. I took Diaz out for Tarkowski and Salah to Sterling. That's a good move, man. Bringing in Tarkowski this week absolutely paid off, especially because Diaz did not start that first game. And Salah to Sterling, I think that one's kind of, well, at the moment it's a wash, but Sterling still has another game to go, right? Because I think Sterling got 6. Did he get 6? Something like that. So hey, you're most likely, unless Sterling doesn't start or gets a yellow card or something, you end up big on that one. I love the FPL Don community. I love you guys too, man. I feel like I've, as a content creator, I'm very blessed with the people that are here on the chat. Just a very positive group you guys are, man. We did, but then Kilman got penalized at Leicester for the same thing earlier in the season. Talking about that penalty for Wolverhampton today. So evens out. I mean, there's always going to be bad calls. There's always going to be good calls. And I don't know. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it doesn't. That goal versus United, that goal that West Brom scored today could have been where's Kobe at? I think he could talk about that one. That one could have easily been called as a foul. I know in my days as a striker, I did that every day, every game. I got called foul for a lot of times. But every now and then I get away with it. Close to bringing in Lowton, but then I chose Diaz over him. You know what's funny is I say this a lot in the stream, but I honestly think that was a good decision. I still think Diaz is probably one of my top 3 defenders I would say to have in FPL. He doesn't get really on the score sheet and getting involved in goals or assists or anything like that, but it's just consistent clean sheet after consistent clean sheet, and he starts 98% of the time. And it's just, Lowton hasn't scored in the Premier League since 2012. That's just one of those fluke FPL double game week things. Last week it was last game week it was Stones. This week it was Lowton. And Stroik even got a goal too. Blues FPL is going to be David Luiz next week, or next time. 75 with 7 left. Gundo captain. Oh, I'm so jealous of every Gundogan captainer. So jealous. It was the right call. It was almost like, I was almost thinking too hard. Well, it was also midnight when I brought in Gundogan, but yeah, he's been on fire. He has a double game week, and Gundogan just unreal. Had to wild card because of injuries. I don't like defense, and attackers got to drop like Adams and Chilwell. Yeah, that's right. You had Chilwell. I mean, I like that move, Ahmed. I really want to see what your latest update is. I think you sent it to the Discord, but I can't recall. I think I really liked your midline. You had all the heavy hitters, right? All the heavy hitters in the mid. Also, talk about midfield. There's a lot of good midfielders to choose from right now. I know there's a lot of template players like Bruno, Salah, Grealish, Gundogan, but there's a lot of good midfielders out there to choose, man. I love Dallas. I have Dallas coming off my bench on a -1 if Diaz doesn't start. Diaz has to start, man. Please, Diaz start for Moldy. Will Antonio start? I don't know. I think it's just up in the air. I know that West Ham tweeted a picture of him today, but it was an old picture. So I wouldn't. It's just. I don't know. It'd all be speculation from my end. I think if it were me and I was West Ham and he was any of the least worrying, I would just rest him. But that's me. I have Ederson in goal. Shane doesn't get any save points. Hey, he got an assist, dude. That was a sick assist, by the way. That was a classic Ederson assist right there. Gundogan drop Sanchez looking like Nate Robinson when he got knocked out. And, dude, yeah. I thought he was... From what I heard, I didn't get to watch the whole City match, but I heard that when Rodrigo went to take the pen, that Ederson went up to midfield to say that he was going to take it. Hilarious. Pope, Tarkovsky, and Lowton. Daft, dude. That's incredible. Those 3 must have gotten you like 30 points. Just those 3. Those 3 cheap defenders must have gotten you 30 plus points. Hopefully, Kobe, I have Antonio. Ugh. I love Antonio, though. He had a great tweet today by anyone who wants to look it up. Hey, Don, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? Please rate my team FC Saren. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get it. If you want to join the Don Tells Mini League, there's a code down low. Y'all know what it is. That's a D. FC Saren. FC. I got to find a way to talk and do this at the same time. There it is. 82 points. Ooh. Yeah. 0.1 in the bank. Let's see. You got Son on the bench. Great call with Son on the bench. Let's see what you got. You have 82 points. You'll still have bonus coming for my camera. You'll still have bonus coming for Bruno. You'll have hopefully Gundogan plays the next game for you. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fixtures, 7 fixtures left. Oh my gosh. That's unbelievable. That is hey, well done, man. Well done. I think that Fulham match is going to be harder than people expect for Burnley. especially now that you saw that Everton match. Cancelo and Stones, hopefully they perform for you again. Cresswell should do well against Sheffield, knock on wood. Hopefully Gundogan returns. What a great squad. So if you were asking, first off, fantastic week. You should make it to the 100 Club this week. And if you're asking me what I would do with your squad, I would look at a James Justin replacement. Son looks great for next 2 weeks. And for James Justin, I would try to get someone into my squad that could replace him. I mean, you could even drop him down because you have such good defenders here and you have great depth. I could even drop Justin down to like a 3.9, like maybe bring in Stroik for the double game week, or just a 3.9 defender is just an enabler and spend that cash somewhere else. But I think this is a great squad, man. Great squad. Maybe also start trying to plan for game week 26 for that big double. But, dude, you're in for a huge week. You're already having a huge week, and now you're going to have a bigger one. All right. Number one in the world took a massive hit this week. He has Bernardo instead of Gundogan, so many closed the gap on him. Yeah, I heard he had a huge lead as a number one. I also saw that he went for Bernardo. I'm a little surprised that he did. I don't see much value in in Silva, but no, I'm not saying he's not a great player because he is. He's a phenomenal player, but I just think Gundogan at this point is the one to get, and I'm a little surprised he went that route, but it was a maverick pick. It just didn't pay off. 78 minus 4, 9 to play. 9 to play still, Daff? Oh my goodness. That if you don't hit 100, that's just travesty. That's incredible. Oh. That's Daff, I'm so happy for you, man. You must have a fat green arrow right this week. You're going to have that's awesome, man. Alex, if he doesn't play, I have Sufal coming off the bench. That's nice. Have Wilson and Walker Peters on the bench. Kobe, so not great. Wilson got injured. Yeah, Wilson's going to be out for a long time, it seems. Walker Peters, I think he was back for the FA Cup midweek, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see the game today, but yeah. I only took Pope. I didn't watch any Burnley defenders long. I don't want any Burnley defenders long term. They're horrible to watch. Yeah, I agree, Moldy. So I was tempted, instead of bringing in Luke Shaw, I was tempted to bring in a Burnley defender. I didn't know which one I would have ended up getting. I would like to have said that I would have gotten Lowton, but I don't know. But I agree. Long term, I just don't like them. I don't like them. I mean, even United's defense I think is too shaky, but I like their fixtures moving forward. They have a double in 26 with Crystal Palace. That's why I picked that one. And I agree. I like to do long-term moves over one game week, but that's me. Sterling captain for Daff. Oof. I might pay off next week, especially if Gundogan is out. I hope he's not, but if he is out, that's going to be huge with Sterling cap. I got Pulisic captain. Oof. Yeah, I love me some Pulisic, man. I love me some Pulisic, but we'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say. Yeah, we'll see. That's my moves this week. Antonio to Kane and Salah to Rafini. All right, so for me, those are the two moves I'm going to make. I'm just not entirely sure. Well, for one, I'm bringing in Rafini. Rafini is, dude, for 5.3, 5.4, this guy is on another level. He's on set pieces. He's so creative. Leeds just bombard when they attack. They're always getting forward. Their work rate is second to none in the Prem, it seems to me. And, Rafini to me is just... Especially with a double, I have to get him in my squad. The only question for me is who do I drop? I don't know if I would drop Mo Salah to bring in Rafini. That's just... But I guess you'd have to do that to bring in Kane. So I do like Kane and Rafini more than I like Antonio and Salah this next game week. So I will go ahead and give the thumbs up on that one. But getting rid of Mo Salah is definitely worrying, especially because they got Everton this week at home. And Everton just got 2 put up on them by Fulham. Now, I'd honestly argue that Fulham are probably playing better than Liverpool over the past month, but it's still Liverpool and Salah's still Mo Salah, and that dude he's at like 17 goals this season. But I really like the move to bring in Rafini. And so for me, if you're asking what I'm going to do, so my plan is to bring in Rafini first. I just don't know if I'm going to switch Gundogan out for him. If Gundogan's hurt, I'm switching him out for Rafini. If he's not, I might bring in Rafini for Basuma. And then the week after... This week, I'll bring in Harry Kane for Danny Ings. That's kind of my plan at this moment. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it's something like that. I said I like it like that. Brought Tarkovsky and Sterling for Salah, and then Salah back in for Son. Oh, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, that -4 paid off if you brought in Salah over Son. Son got 2, Salah got 7. Worked out. Yo, man, what's your rank? Right now, I'm at 700K. After today's matches, I'm at 700K. So I still am nowhere where I want to be, but... I mean, we work Captain Sterling Daft. Ooh. Or Captain Sterling too. I hope he pays off next week. I think he could, man. Honestly, he's looked really good. I saw a tweet that when he starts, he's averaging over the past couple months, he's averaging like 8 points per game, something like that. I'd have to fact check that. That's kind of me just trying to remember clearly. I have too many muscles, bones, and nerves on my brain to really remember too much FPL right now. But I think Sterling was good for this next game week. I've had Rafini since game week 16, and he's outscored Grealish, who I sold him for, and Grealish had that double as well. Moldy, I'm right there with you. So this is the first week I haven't had Rafini since about that time as well. I can't get over how good he is, man. Especially at 5.4. If you can't tell, I try to be unbiased here on this stream, and if I am biased, I'll say I am. So right now I'm being very biased. I love Rafini. This dude's incredible. I think that he's just incredible. I'm with you. I've had him for a while, and I absolutely love him. Love him. In my opinion, he's probably the second best asset to have at this point for Leeds. I'd probably go Bamford, Rafini, and then Dallas. And then Jack Harrison. That's my unofficial ranking. But yeah, Rafini is so good. I'm actually not against. I'm actually thinking about maybe getting rid of Grealish for him as well. If I drop Grealish and go to Rafini, I could upgrade Antonio to Kane, so I might do something like that. And while keeping Gundogan. I'm at 87 with 6 to go. Oh, that's so sick. So sick. Gundogan captain might be out, and I don't know about Antonio. Well, honestly, if Gundogan is out next game week, you still had 19 points. I mean, you have 38 points after the captain. So even if he is out, I'd still just be laughing. I'd still be going straight to the bank, man. That is sick. Ederson Penn against Everton. Could you imagine? Honestly, if he did, oh my. Phew. Do you see the FPL mate triple captain Gundogan? Did he really? Oh my gosh, great call. Yeah, that's why he's the man, dude. That's why FPL mate is a king. That's phenomenal. I didn't even captain him. He triple captained him. That's incredible. Antonio just fitness issue. Yeah, I think with it being a fitness issue with him, with his just coming off an injury, like a hamstring injury, and now it seems was it a groin injury? I can't recall. But I don't know if he might start, but I don't think he plays 90 minutes even if he does. I sold Foden to Grealish before Liverpool game. I like Grealish, man. That's right. I remember us talking about Foden and whether we should hold on to him or not. And every week he'd be like, he's got to start soon. And he just never did. Foden's a good player, man. Foden's a good player. I'm selling Antonio. Ings in next. I like that move. Ings has a double game week this week. He's playing Chelsea and Leeds, I believe. Chelsea and Leeds. Antonio has a really tough run of fixtures here for quite some time, if I recall correctly. Let me check. Also, do you guys like this format I did? I kind of like this now that I'm looking at it. I think I'm going to keep it. The chat to me still seems a little elongated, but, we work. So he's got Tottenham City. Leeds looks like a good one, but then United, Arsenal, Wolverhampton, Leicester. So he only has one game I really like over the next 8 game weeks. So, I'm with getting rid of Antonio as much as I love him. And Inks has a double. I need to join the Discord. How's it going on there? Hey, Ahmed, could you send Alex a link to the Discord? I could send you a link after this stream is over. I don't know if I could do it right. Actually, I could probably do it right now, but I need to catch up on comments first. Yeah, Alex, I'll send you the Discord. We just talk about what transfers we want to make, who to captain. Sometimes, I think 2 weeks ago, we all captained Mo Salah together. I think it was like a Discord decision. Triple captain Gundogan. That's so sick. Yo, man, can you check my team? Yes, I can. Let's go to leagues. Donatello's. I love how I picked Donatello's, but on a side note, my lovely mama, made me a scrub set. I don't know if that translates well to England or wherever you guys are from. Cyan right there. Right, Cyan? Yeah. My mama made me a scrub set of Ninja Turtles. Scrub set is what you wear, like nurses wear. That's what you wear in the my camera. My mama literally just sewed me a Ninja Turtles scrub set. I'm so pumped about it, man. What a queen she is. Let's see. All right, so this is your squad right here. Shout out the uniform, great uniform. 3.7 mil in the bank. All right. So DCL. All right. What would I do if I was in your squad? First off, 71 points. Great week. Great week. That Gundogan captain was a phenomenal call. All right, so if I was you, I would try to swap Lacazette out for Harry Kane. Harry Kane has a double in 2 weeks, and Arsenal have City, Leicester. Burnley's a good one, but then Tottenham, Liverpool. So even then, I don't know if I would want Lacazette personally. I hope Dylan's not on here so he can't yell at me, especially after that win. Y'all remember Footbop? Let's see. Yeah, if I were you, I'd probably double up on Spurs. Double up on Spurs and go back to Harry Kane. They have a double next week. Not this week, sorry, but for 26. Your back line to me is fine. I wouldn't touch it. I think it looks beautiful to me. I'd probably get rid of DCL as well, but that's just me personally, or Antonio. Probably Antonio first. And yeah, I don't know, man. I like Dallas. Dallas has a double next game week. I would start him. I would try to think of good strikers. Ollie Watkins. I guess you could go anywhere around that cheap striker range. There's a lot of good options. Maybe bring in Danny Ings for his double and then Harry Kane the week after. Maybe that's something you do. But overall, I think this is a really good squad, man. You're missing Mo Salah, but I'm assuming you even right now Liverpool are not playing well, so I understand not having Mo Salah. But for me, I just love Mo Salah a lot. Grealish to me concerns me. I think I'm gonna stay patient with him though, even though he hasn't. Oh, I guess it's only 2 game weeks that he hasn't been had a return. I could swap him out for Rafini, but I don't know if I would do that. So for me, the first thing I would do, I'd probably bring in either Danny Ings for this game week or Harry Kane for the long term over Lacazette. But that's me. Hey, great week of 71. Great call on Gundogan. All right. They call me. Yo, Donna flying up at the top. I was just about to check that out before the stream started, Issa. I was gonna check it out, but I got busy and I had to get the stream set up and whatnot. Gundogan must have hopped on the juice. Dude, Gundogan has 11 goals this season, and over the past 3 seasons combined, he has 12. So he's almost matched his previous 2 seasons combined in this one season. And even then, it's been like the last 2 months, you know what I mean? Gundogan has been on absolute fire, man. Yeah, incredible. Where was this when I was playing FIFA, man? He plays for City and he's German. That would have been a great card to link up. Back in my FIFA days, I was a cold dude. I'm getting back to my ways. Issa, yeah, I'm glad to see you. I remember first time I went on stream, I said I'd be on the top one day, and it's actually happened now. Yeah, I was just about to say that. The first day you came on the stream, you were talking about how you're going to do it, and here you are doing it, man. Oh, I got to give it to you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Can you check out my team? Yes, Daniel, I can. What's your team name, Daniel? And we go, hiya. Yeah, look at Issa right there, man. I'm going to go to your squad real quick since we talking about it. 92? Oh! Great uniform, by the way. No room for racism on this channel. 6.2 in the bank, so you still have a lot of cash to float around. I'm moving around the screen way too much. 92 piece. You have Rafini on the bench, so you have a great team set up for next week. Luke Shaw, DS even placed. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you're in for a huge week. Yeah, your overall ranking of 1,000, you must be in the top 1K now. Oh, my. I'm not worthy. Oh, that is phenomenal. I'm trying to get to like 600K, and here you are at less than a K now. Ooh, that is, dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. All right, back to Donatello's. Who was I looking at? I was looking at Daniel's team. Daniel right here. I'm assuming this is you, Daniel. Shout out Drizzy Drake. 0.1 in the bank. Lovely uniform. 0.1 in the bank. You got Son on. I like Son. Great call not playing him this week. I would have done the same if I had him. Martinez. Dude, Martinez, I think I was looking last night, and Martinez was like the 8th highest scoring player in FPL this season. Period. Like more, that includes midfielders, attackers. On an absolute mission, this dude is. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. All right. So looking at your squad, your back line to me is great. I mean, Cancelo, Stones, Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka with his game next week, and then he has a double the week after with Crystal Palace. I'm not getting rid of him. Your midfield to me is beautiful. Your front line is great. I mean, Antonio does have tough fixtures, so for me, I would probably look to move on from him, but that's me personally. Of course, you got to play your game, do what you think is best. Dallas going to come on. I'd put Dallas in for that double, even though he does play Chelsea in one of those matches. I don't expect clean sheets, but he could come away with a goal or an assist. Son is, Son's great. I think for me, my move my move would probably be to probably bring in Rafini and triple up on Leeds this week. But I'm just a big Rafini fan, so that's just me being super biased towards that lovely, lovely player. Do you see that Meggy had on, by the way? That Meggy had last week? Oh, out here playing FIFA. He hit that left-right on the right analog. Good grief. All right, I'm flying behind on comments. That's your squad. For me, I mean, I'm trying to bring in Harry Kane, but you have Son, so I don't think I would worry about that. I wouldn't worry about bringing in Harry Kane. There's a lot of good attackers. Maybe bring in Danny Ings, something like that. Let's see. You can check out my team. Yeah, Bamford captain next week. Let's see. I think I saw someone. Yeah. Let's check out Ahmed's team. Yeah. So. Oops, went too far. All right. So for Bamford captain next week, I haven't done any research yet, other than again muscles and bones, for next week. But I saw the FPL tips. The man, he was gonna captain Bamford. That's what he's looking like. I think Bamford's a great choice, man. I mean, he has 2 good fixtures in my opinion, with Southampton, and I think what was the other one? The other one was Chelsea, so that's a bit of a tough one actually. Let me just make sure I'm not. Oh no, it's Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton and Southampton. Wolverhampton are a good squad, but I still like Leeds in that match, and so I do think Bamford's a good option, and he's on penalties, so I do think that's a good shout. Yeah, Lowton, man, 85 points. Lowton, I'm so jealous you have Lowton, dude. Richarlison, what do you think about Richarlison in today's match? I just heard Everton look very poor. That's all I heard about it. And other than the dude from the Sunderland Netflix series, Till I Die Sunderland, I think that's what it's called. That he scored a brace on his debut. Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, it's a good team, man. Good team. Adams, I think you're going to wild card off this team too, right? So, because you have Chilwell and Adams. Adams been dropped. Chilwell looks like he's out of favor. And other than that, I don't know if you already wild carded. I would just be jealous that you were wild carding. You can be really aggressive and really attack this double these next 2 game weeks. James Brown, yes, I can check out your squad. Yeah, boy. James Brown is 5068835. 281-330-8004. All right. You have 58 points. Yeah, Mendy in goal. I do like Mendy in goal. I heard that since Tuchel took over for Chelsea, they've only had like 2 goals against them allowed, and one of them was an own goal. So I think Mendy. I'm a big fan of Mendy. I think he's a good keeper. Although Kepa did play midweek, huh? Ain't got a clean sheet. How about that? Let's see. Back line. I like it a lot. Target's been good all season. I would get rid of me soon, but that's just me. Did not mean that to be any pun. I apologize. I did not want that. 1.1 in the bank. Calvert-Lewin on the bench. Soufal, Antonio. You got a deep bench, man. A real deep bench. Gundogan. I think if Gundogan's out for a decent amount of time, I'd bring in Rafini. If not, I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him. Period. Yeah, I like your squad, man. I like your squad. Rashford might have to go. I mean, he scored last week, but it's just not. He's not doing enough for me this season to warrant holding on to him at that 9+ mil. But that being said, he does have Newcastle next week, and then a double in actually Chelsea and City. Yeah, I might get rid of Rashford. I'm undecided, but because I had this conversation with Dylan and Ahmed on Discord about Rashford, whether we stay patient with him or not. But I think I'd probably move on from him. In fact, Captain Gundogan, I would have been on 81 points. Yeah, that's just rough, man. Just sucks. Honestly. I'm with you on the same. I wish I would have captained him. I think I was seeing that if Gundogan would have scored 100 points, my rank would have gone up like 30K. That's it. He's just so highly owned right now. Adam FPL, what's up, man? Adam FPL, please. My camera goes off as I'm saying it. Please check out Adam FPL. I did a podcast with him. He's just an incredible dude. Him and Blues FPL, 2 really incredible people, and I really like him, man. Great human beings. Check out their YouTube channel or check him out on Twitter. Whatever y'all want. Rafini or Saka. I like Rafini. So Let me just say that I'm a big fan of both. I'm a big fan of both. I've been on Saka's hype train since last season. I think if you go back to my early videos of Game Week 1, I had Saka. I'm a big fan of his, dude. He's just a quality player. But because of the double, I'm gonna go Rafini, and then I probably switch to Saka. But yeah, I'm a big Saka fan, man. Start Maddison or Grealish. They both play each other. I'd probably just start both. I think if I had to choose one and you wanted to bench one, I'd probably start Maddison over Grealish right now. I just think Maddison's hotter at this moment than Grealish is. Both have great hair, by the way. But yeah, I'd probably start Maddison over Grealish just this game week. But both have good defenses. Both are good players. I think for me, I try to find a way to start both. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, shout out Alex and Kobe, man. Shout out me mods. Let's see. Yeah, I'll try to get to everyone. I'll try to get to everyone's comment. You ain't got to post 4 or 5 times. I know I'm late on comments. I think I was actually having a conversation with my buddy, but I fall so behind on comments. I'm almost worried that soon I'm gonna have to start skipping a couple people's comments, just if it's like the same topic I've been going over. But I still think I'm good for now. I want to get to everyone's comments, period, but I am scared of that in the future. Yeah, I read everyone's comments for sure. Let's see. I hope you saying I was funny is not sarcastic and real. Either way, I appreciate it, man. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm real behind on comments. Oh boy. Let's see. Where'd I go? There I go. Can you look at my team down 99 problems? Ain't one. Yeah, boy. Shout out Flava Flav one time. I was fascinated with Flava Flav back in the day when he had his Flavor of Love channel on VH1. And of course, Public Enemy is dope. Let's see, 99 problems, but click ain't one. Hit me. Doing 55 in a 54. I actually just watched an interview where he was talking about how that was a real life scenario that he had. He got pulled over just for being black, and he wasn't doing anything illegal. But at the same time, he did have drugs in his trunk. So that second verse was a real life situation that happened to him. Great song, great album. Let's see. See what you would do. I'm in bad form right now. All right, so you have 0.4 in the bank. Walker Peters is hurt. Wilson's hurt. So Wilson's too much cash to just be floating around on the bench. I would probably drop him. I would probably try to get Rafini in my squad if I could this week. I'd probably do it for Hudson-Odoi. As much as Hudson-Odoi is a great player, I just worry about rotation. I think we were actually talking about this. Now, Hudson-Odoi is one of the players that you would expect to be starting more than most players. But that's just me. I'd probably get rid of him for Rafini. Reece James is... you're a Chelsea supporter, so you'll know more than I would. Yeah, so for me, I'm probably going to drop Wilson. You have enough cash that you could bring in... you can't bring in Danny Ings. Maybe bring in Ollie Watkins or something. Maybe... even though Antonio has a... no. Yeah, Bamford already. Try to bring in... see if you could save a transfer. Bring in Kane. Bring in Son. So for my players I would want to bring in this week or the next couple weeks... Rafini, Bamford, Harry Kane, Son. Try to get in United player for that double they have in a couple weeks. I'd have to see the schedule for more than that. Gundogan. If Gundogan's healthy, bring in Gundogan. Something like that. Shout out Ederson, 12 points. Oh my gosh. Walker Peters, yeah. Drop Walker Peters. Maybe drop him down to a 3-9, save some cash, and upgrade Wilson. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, for me, you can even, after this game week, you might be even able to drop Sterling down to Gundogan and use that extra funds to upgrade Antonio to Harry Kane. Maybe something like that. Cresswell also has a really tough run of fixtures coming up too, so that worries me. Should I take anyone out for Gundogan? Yeah. If Gundogan is healthy, Alex, if Gundogan is healthy, I'm bringing him in. He's on another level until he starts. If he starts fading off, until that point happens, have him in your squad. He's only 5.5, so it's not like if he blanks, it's a big deal. But all right, 221707. I'm too close to the mic to be yelling like that. I apologize. Yeah, so I'm bringing in Gundogan. For me, it'd probably be for Hudson-Odoi, but if you wanted to save some cash, him and Sterling's numbers are pretty identical before these last couple game weeks, before Gundogan really hit fire. So even before that, Gundogan's putting up about the same amount of underlining stats as Sterling is. And so to save 7 mil or 5, 6 mil, whatever it is, I'd probably just go Gundogan for Sterling. All right. Harry Kane and Stroik, Leeds replace. Let's see. Harry Kane and Stroik, Leeds replace. Justin and Calvert-Lewin, -4. See my team. Yeah. For round 24 and 25. Okay. So for this game week, first off, great week. 82 points. You still have a lot of players to play. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still have 6 players to play. Huge game week. You should make it to the 100 club. Fantastic. All right. So as far as moves to make, Stroik is a 3.9 playing defender, so I mean that alone is good, but I don't think he'll get clean sheets. He may come away with a goal. He's getting into good positions these last few game weeks, so maybe start him and just hope for the best. Yeah, I do like your plan there to bring in Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane is just, I think because of his injury, he's dropped down to selection rate is about like 25, which is the lowest it's been in a long time this season. I do like that move, man. Even for a -4, I think that move pays off. FPL Penguin, what's up, man? Please check out FPL Penguin's page, dude. I was listening to his champion. He had a Champions League stream he did like an hour and a half ago. I was listening to it while I was studying. Now, great work, FPL Penguin. Great work, man. Yeah. So as far as me, you only have, I think you only have like 2.7 in the bank. You have 2.7 in the bank. Yeah, dude. I'm bringing in Harry Kane. Double up on Kane and Son. That could pay off in dividends. I mean, Spurs have been struggling lately, but I still like them going forward. Only those 2 players, personally. You can even try to bring in Rafini. Saka's a great player, but he has 2 tough fixtures, so I'm not bringing him in just yet. I sound like an auditor when I go in this fast. But, yeah, I like that move, man. I like that move bringing in Harry Kane. I 2 thumbs up from the Don. All right, let's see. Oh, I got some teams to check out. All right. West Ham players out. So, Liam, I do think it's time for West Ham players to leave. I do think it's time. I mean, Cresswell has been phenomenal all season. I think he's the highest scoring player. And if you want to join the mini league, code in the description below. He is the highest scoring player in as a defender, if I'm not mistaken, Cresswell. But his fixtures are just too tough over the next 8 game weeks for me to warrant having West Ham players. Now, of course, Antonio can score in any of those games. He scored against City earlier on in the season, if I'm not mistaken. We're started late at. If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. Y'all like my pink shirt, by the way? Wearing it for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time to go on West Ham assets, and I only say that because I think there's a lot of good players that you could bring him in for, right? So if you have Antonio, you could bring in, like, Bamford has a double. You could bring in Ollie Watkins, looks good. Upgrade to Harry Kane, even Danny Ings this week. Now, again, I do want to say one more time that I do think that Antonio can score against anybody. West Ham created a lot of opportunities. They've been balling out all season. They look good. But because of the plethora of players I think you could choose instead, I'm probably going to leave West Ham players. Like in midfield, you have Salah, Bruno, Gundogan, Grealish, Saka, Rafini, Madison, Harvey Barnes. I know I'm missing some players. But just off the top of my head, those are players you could have for your midfield. And so I don't know if I would have any. I don't know if I'd have any midfielders other than Souček itself. But I do think it's time to give up on West Ham players. Maybe hold on to one like Antonio because he's such a good player. He can score against anybody. But even then, I'd probably look to move on. All right, dude. Great. Good week. 64 points. You got Pope with an 8-piece nugget. Hopefully, he outscores Martinez next game week for you. Madison on the bench. Madison's a great player, man. Great player. Digne with a tough 1 point performance. Hopefully, he can get something against City for you. All right, so looking at your squad, I'd probably get rid of Digne. I know you probably brought him in just for this game week, but I don't trust that Everton backline at all. Can Digne get assists? Of course he can, but at 6.1, I don't think it warrants him staying into my squad. And so for me, Digne is gonna go. I don't know who I would bring in. Maybe bring in Dallas for the double game week, or maybe try to focus on game week 26 double game week players. But for me, it would be my camera. Digne would be the one to go. You're the one that I love. Shout out Rihanna one time. Took me 46 minutes to get to Rihanna. I think I was supposed to check out one more team, right? I think I checked out Daniel's. Daniel, I checked out your team. Yeah, I'm 26 behind. Let's catch up. I know that's my problem. That's the one reason why I'm scared about having. I want to read everyone's comments, period. But when I get 20 minutes behind, I don't. 20 minutes is a long time. Check out my team, bro. 43. Yes, Adam FPL. I'll do that real quick. Adam FPL, man. Again, check out his YouTube page. Check out his Twitter. Whatever one you want. They're both great content, and he's just a phenomenal dude. Him and Blues FPL both. Moldy. Hey, shout out. You and Moldy are tied in points. Y'all see that? 40. Y'all both tied for 43 points of 1492. Columbus sailed to Ocean Blue. F that guy. Let's see. Great captaincy call on Gundogan. Yeah, that's right. We talked about this. 93 points as I squeak. 93 points. Huge week, man. Huge week. What are you going to do with Antonio and Justin? What are you going to do with Antonio and James Justin? Gundogan cap. What a great call, man. Sorry, I'm not going to spend too much time. I got to catch up. Incredible call, man. That is why you got to follow Adam FPL, because he dropped in 93-point nugget, and we're not even done with the first game, the first round of games so far. Let's see again. Rafini or Bamford in as well as Kane, bro. Yeah, so for me, I'm getting in Rafini and Kane this week. Most likely, I'll be taking a -4 to do so. Rafini is just an absolute baller, and Kane is as well. Yeah, so for me, if I had to choose between Rafini and Bamford, I'm probably gonna go Bamford, just mainly because I think there's a lot of other good midfielders that you could get instead. But that kind of contradicts myself, because I said Rafini 1, Bamford 2. No, I don't know which member I said. But if I had to choose between the two, I obviously would have to look at my squad. But I think there's a lot of really, really good midfielders out there. So maybe just because of that, I go Bamford instead of Rafini, and I kind of go like, I don't know, Madison or something. Swoop. Let's move this to the left a little bit. Just a little bit. Shout out 50 Cent. Also, Life of Pablo turned 5 today. We on the ultralight beam. We on the ultralight beam. Yeah, I that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm bringing in Rafini and Kane this week. I don't have the link, but I could probably find it somewhere later. Ahmed, I'm not signed up to Discord yet. Yeah, so yeah, once you get signed up for Discord, absolutely come through, man. And we love to have you. Can you check out my team? 124 and Donatello is going to wild card this week and either bench boost or triple captain Kane in 26. I love the triple. Oh, no. I almost went to the Nike Ball Hub or something. Donatello's. You said you're 124. I'll be with you there soon. Yeah, we'll definitely have you there, man. We're happy to have you there. 126 restored. You said you're 124. Hey, my listening skills need improvement. I hear that all the time. Somewhere my ex is screaming. Let's see, 0.1 in the bank. You have, I'm sorry for moving on the screen so much, 66 points, a good week so far. Captain Pope, you actually Captain Pope, good call, man. Let's see, your back line, for me, I'm getting rid of Digne. I'm getting rid of Digne myself. Hopefully you're still here, it's been 21 minutes. I'd get rid of Digne and try to find a way to upgrade, either drop Calvert-Lewin, I drop Calvert-Lewin or Antonio, one of the two, down to Bamford and get rid of Digne. That's what I would do with you. 66 points, man, good week. Do or die. Let's see. Yeah, so I would love the triple captain call on Kane in 26. Who knows what we hoped Van de Beek would be. I know, man. I'm really hoping Van de Beek can figure it out. I really hope he can. Been a big fan of his. Harry Kane is story. Oh yeah, I talked about that one. Rafini or Bamford, what do you think? It would be -4 to get in both. I do think I do think it is worth -4 to get in both, personally. I do think so. I know, but we need two. It's going to be my first -4 I've taken in a long time. I know, but we need two CDMs to protect our slow center back. That's why we need someone like Declan Rice. Declan Rice, man, what a player. What a player. You need Ndidi if you're talking about United. Oh, Ndidi, a healthy Ndidi is second best CDM in the Prem, only behind a healthy Conte. Either way, Ndidi is just a tackle machine. Wait, does Ziyech wants to leave? Ziyech wants to leave Chelsea already? Is it worth doubling up on Son and Kane at the expense of Salah and Bruno? I don't think it's worth it to get rid of those two just to bring in Son and Kane. I don't think so. I mean, my head's off and my hair's freaking out. Yeah, so for me, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. That's going to be the hardest part of this next couple weeks. If I had to get rid of somebody, no, it's not worth it. Fairly Godparents. That's what I look like right now. Yeah, I'd probably. Yeah, I'm getting rid of no. Nah. I'd have to see the schedules or the fixtures before I comment further on that one. That's a great question. That is a question we need to bring up in our podcast when we do it, if we do it this week. Yeah, Ndidi's a baller, man. Ishmael, I did talk about that one, right? I think I was just behind. Hopefully I did. If I didn't, I'll talk about it here in a second. Till I Die, Sunderland. What a series. Yeah, I was the first season in. I'm in like halfway through the second season right now. Great series, man. I just love this game, dude. Ndidi is a quality player, but Leicester would ask, they would ask a lot of money. And they should. I mean, they asked $80 million for Harry Maguire, and Ndidi is a better player than Harry Maguire, but of course center backs are probably going to be more expensive than than a CDM would be, a pivot player. But Ndidi is a baller, man. Richarlison and Everton were bad. What transfer should I make? I'm thinking of either getting Kane for Calvert-Lewin if he's still injured, or Kane. Wait, check. Running back. I'm thinking of either getting Kane for Calvert-Lewin if he's still injured, or Kane for Antonio and Smith Rowe for Kevin. Yeah, so for me, I'd probably go with the latter. I'd probably go Kane for Antonio and Smith Rowe. Probably what I would do, but that's assuming DCL is injured or healthy, healthy. Yeah, I do like getting rid of Kane for Calvert-Lewin though. I know I'd have to see what the schedule looks like for DCL before I comment further. I'm gonna do that. Let me just do that real quick. See what the schedule looks like for Everton, Liverpool, Southampton, Chelsea, Burnley, blank, Crystal Palace, Brighton. So they have a decent run of fixtures. I could see DCL scoring in that Southampton match and maybe that Burnley one. And West Ham, Tottenham, City, Leeds. I could see him scoring in this game, and I could see him scoring in one of these three games. So I think it's kind of just a wash what you could do with the cash. I'd probably get rid of DCL myself though if I had to choose. Can you check out my team? Yeah, Green Arrow every week. Green Arrow every week, man. It's good seeing you again. Let's see. You say you 29? 29? Shout out New Girl. Schmidt, what a character. Wow, dropped your wild card. Woo-wee. Ocean Rescue, for real. Got to protect our oceans, man. I'm 100%. Yeah. Let's see. Madison, great player. Cavani is a great shout. Cavani before today had the second highest non-penalty expected goals per 90 in the Prem, only behind off the top of my head, I want to say Harry Kane. I can't remember who it is. Maybe Sadio Mane. And like the second most shots per 90 in the Prem, something like that. I know it's a smaller sample size with Cavani, but dude is on. I mean, if he starts consistently at his price and how good he's been over the past 8 years with PSG, Cavani to me is someone I need to get into my squad. Especially with they have a double in 26 with Crystal Palace, if I'm not mistaken, most likely. Even though they do have two tough fixtures there. Yeah, Cavani, great player. All right, so if I were you, if this was my team and I had to make a move, this is the. All right, so I'm Madison. I love Madison. If I had to make a move, make sure, I'm fitted on the screen. I'm probably gonna drop. I'd have to see what Gundogan, how long he's out for, but I'd probably swap Sterling this week. I know he's a really good player. Oh, he does have Everton next week though. Oh no, this is this week. He has Arsenal next week. Maybe I keep him, but I'd probably try to swap him for Mo Salah if I had the cash. I actually don't know if you have enough cash to do that. Maybe drop him down to Rafini. I don't know. I think this is a great squad. I love the punt with Cavani here. Cavani is still like 6% selected. I really like this team, man. I like this team. I love Luke Shaw. He's having an incredible season, Luke Shaw. He is someone that's probably surprised me on the top tier of those who surprised me this season. Luke Shaw's up there. I'm not saying he was a bad player last season, but the level he's taken his game to this season, incredible. A great shot on Lowton, by the way. Great week with 80 points. Still have quite a few games to go. Captain Sterling, hopefully he balls out this week for you. And, I don't know where I would go, man. I don't know where I go. You have Spurs covered. You have Leeds covered. I don't know where I would go. Sorry. Maybe drop Lowton after this game week. Bring in somebody else. My camera! Maybe drop Lowton for somebody else. Great week, man. Green Arrow every week, living up to your name. Ain't nothing changed but to change. I'm going to stay the same. Have all of them on wild card. Yeah, Ahmed's wild card looks good. Let's see. Lesser sell expensive players always. Yeah, for sure. Don't know. I sound like McLovin there. 80 mil for Guire is crazy. Bro, no worries in the future. It's overwhelming. So many people try, and it's I just want to read everyone's comments, man. I know it's just that's something I've had I had a conversation with my buddy. I don't remember if you remember from like 2 weeks ago. Footbop, one of my buddies I got into this game or in the FPL game with, and we were talking for a good 45 minutes about what I was going to do with the plan of the future of this YouTube channel. Thanks for the advice, mate. Sterling to Gundogan is not a bad shout, especially to upgrade striker. Yeah, because you can spend a lot of money there to upgrade to like Harry Kane. If when you join the Discord, I'll be able to get the chat a better. I'll be able to send the actual stats to you. But Gundogan and Sterling stats are pretty dang close until lately. I think Gundogan's even edged him, and that's a lot of cash you could save if he's healthy, of course. Blues FPL, man. Yeah, boy. Check out Blues FPL. We just did a podcast this week. Just a fantastic dude. Fantastic dude, straight from Michigan. But, yeah. Great dude. Check out his content. Wrong one. Wait, that one's you, right? Where did I go? What happened? Is this you? I think this one's you. Make sure it looks the same. You Captain Gundogan, 91 points. Yeah, this one's you. Yeah, check out Blues FPL content creator, or check him out on Twitter, whatever one you want, man. Just a great guy. I had a podcast with him. Was very pleased. I mean, I'm always nervous talking to people. I'm very nervous to meet people I've been talking to, just to make you hold them high standards, and just a great dude, man. So you got 85 points, and you still have a lot to play. Yeah, dude. Overall ranking jumped up to 39K right now. I think it was 60K before this week started, right? When we were talking in our podcast, in our potty. Ribbit. Shout out Ludacris. Dude, yeah, phenomenal week. Great squad. Great season. If I were you, actually, let me ask you, what's your plans with Antonio? You have Souček, so you have double West Ham. You have triple West Ham. So you have Soufal, Antonio, and Souček. What are you planning on doing with them? And DCL. What's your plan with those four people? Rafini in. Oh, I love me some Rafini, man. More Rafini, more. No, not more problems. No Rafini, more problems. I love Rafini, dude. Did you see that Huggins made his debut against Arsenal and nearly scored? Oh, that's awesome. Hey Don, have you decided on your chip strategy yet? Ooh, I know we talked about this last time. Yeah, so I think going into Gameweek 26, if I depending on how I do in 25, I may wildcard in 26 and just be super aggressive and just go crazy with it. If not, I might just triple captain somebody. But I just quick looked at the fixtures, and the fixtures don't really like catch my eye. They're not enticing enough for a triple captain. But I may start building a bench for Game Week 26 and bench boost 26, and then get real aggressive with my wild card. But I haven't decided yet. I just started planning it before the stream happened. But I'm either gonna wildcard again. I'll be either wildcarding before 26 and being crazy aggressive with it, bench boosting in 26, or waiting till that blank in 29. Mm-hmm. Shout out Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know how to get Ings in for 25 and need 0.5 mil. Can you check out my team? Yeah, boy. Limited edition. Shout out new edition. Is that the one with Marky Mark? What was Marky Mark's band name? Or his rap name, whatever it was. If you want to join Donatello's Mini League, the code is in the description at the bottom. Nightmares on the bottom. I think it's a Lil Wayne song. Limited edition squad. Was it New Kids on the Block? Was that the Marky Mark band? Ooh, went with King. Went with Josh King. That would have been a massive punt. Yeah, dude, for me, Josh King's got to go. You'll have Bamford and Rafini coming in this week. For the double. Keep an eye on Gundogan. Jorginho's on pens, so right, he is on pens. Am I right, Blues FPL and Alex? If I'm not mistaken, he's on pens. I mean, if this was my squad, right? If this was my squad, I would probably try to drop Jorginho and bring in, how much does he cost now? 4.7? Oh, he's fine. Never mind. How much cash do you got? 2.4. You got 2.4 mil in the bank. Rudiger, your defense to me is great. I'm not touching your defense. Your midfield, your middies are good. I mean, for me, Jorginho, I mean, he's going to be out this week. He's going to be, Rafini, you're going to swap in for him. Kane's going to be in. Bamford's going to be in. I'd probably swap King. I know you said you need 0.5 for Danny Ings. So if I had to find that extra cash, I'd probably drop. You make me so hot. You make me want to drop. Avril Lavigne. If I need to find cash somewhere, I'm assuming you're going to upgrade Josh King. If I had to find cash, wait to see what the Gundogan injury is. If he's fine, don't do him. Maybe. I said maybe. NERD. I'm getting a lot of song references today. No, he's too cheap. There's no 4.2 mil midfielders, right? Holding. How much does Holding cost these days? 4.6. Maybe drop Holding. You have good depth on your defensive assets that I wouldn't be upset dropping Holding down to like a 3.9. Like someone like Stroik. Maybe I don't know if there's any other 3.9, 4 million pound playing defenders at this moment. But maybe drop him down because you have good coverage with your bench. You have good depth that I wouldn't worry about him. So I'd probably drop Holding down to be able to upgrade to Danny Ings. Too expensive to sign players from England. Yeah, for real. That'd be a good signing. I like that. Vestergaard could be a good. Ooh, went too high. Where'd I go? I hit him high. You hit him low. Where'd I go? I don't know where I went. There it is. Vestergaard, yeah. Vestergaard is a good option. I mean, I don't necessarily trust Southampton's defense, but Leeds give up the most. They've given up the most goals on corners and set pieces this season. Enter Ward-Prowse and enter Vestergaard, and I think that I agree with you. Vestergaard could be in for he could be the double game week hero that we deserve this week. Sancho's 120 mil. Oh, Adama Traore 50 mil. I'm interested to see what happens to him if he stays with Wolverhampton. Maybe Ings or Kane in for Antonio. Oh yeah, Adam FPL going back to what he was thinking about doing with his squad. He's going to bring in maybe Ings or Kane in for Antonio and a United, Brighton, or Leicester defender for Justin. I think that's a great move, man. That's why you're a king, dude. Why do you want to bring in Kane this week instead of next? Got a feeling West Ham next week or to beat the price rise? I'm not worried about price. I'll still have enough cash. I think for me, it's just the fact that to have him in for that West Ham game. All right, so looking at my team right now, I don't want to start Cresswell versus Tottenham. I could probably drop him. I do need to drop him though. I'll drop him and probably bring in, let's just say Stroik for the time being. And so, actually, you know what? Maybe I don't have to bring in Kane because if Gundogan, it depends on the Gundogan injury. I haven't really looked at this yet. I don't want Antonio for this week, so I could bring in Antonio. Let's say this is Kane, and my team could look like this, which isn't the worst. I don't know. It's strictly because I think he could do well against West Ham, Harry Kane. And if he does well, for Kane standards, he's a bit of a differential, only being like 26% selected. But I could wait. I do need to drop Cresswell. He's got too tough of fixtures to warrant that 5.8 price tag. So I could just drop him. And I'd have to hold on to him for a couple weeks now that Rafini. This is why you don't make transfers at midnight when you're half asleep. Yeah, I just have a feeling about West Ham, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one as the week progresses. Adama was a baller. I don't know why he fell out of favor this season. Yeah, he had such a good season last season, especially for the few months there, and I hope he gets back to his ways. That's a good question for Adam FPL. Did you hear United are interested in Kunde? I don't know if you know. He is right back with Afro from Sevilla. Sevilla. I don't know why I said Sevilla. Sevilla that scored against Barca. Ooh, it would be nice to get him out of La Liga. I'll tell you that much. That's interesting. Because I think aren't United happy with Wan-Bissaka right now? Is he going to come in and just be a backup? Or are they going to kind of do the same thing they did with Telles and Luke Shaw, and hope that it has the same effect on Wan-Bissaka? Something like that. I did not hear that. I heard that Ayo, camera. Upamecano. I think that's how you say his name. I heard that he agreed to go to Bayern, and the rich get richer. Bayern's so good. Anyone in the chat have the link to the Discord? I'll send Ahmed should. Ahmed should have a link. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. I'll just get it right now. Apologize for the dead air. Let me get the invite members. Copy URL. How do I copy this? Share link. Share link. Copy. All right, I'm putting it. If you want to join the I just got rid of my YouTube on my phone. I read the comments through my phone. That's why I got this up. If you want to join the Discord, I'm gonna put it into my into the chat under my my burner account. All right, so it's there. It'll be there. I think I'll pin it. And we go higher. All right, where are we at? Anyway, yeah, I just again, if anyone wants to join the Discord, I just dropped the link down on the bottom. I'll probably pin it once I get caught up on the comments. Hey bro, I'm on 59 with players to play. Hope you had a good week too. 8 to go. Oh my gosh, 8 to go. Whew. I'm jealous of that. I'm so jealous. Yeah, I'm also, yeah, it's good to see you, Ryan. Good to see you. I've had a good week myself. I'm at 82 points. 82 points with 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 left. It's not the most left. I apologize for that. So about 4 left. So hopefully I'll hit 100. Hoping to hit 100. But 59 with 8 to go. I'm very optimistic for that. Is it worth a -4 this game week to get in Kane for Antonio? So for me, that's... Oh my, gotta fix my squad up real quick. So for me, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't know 100%. I don't know if it's worth a -4, but at this moment, that is what I'm eyeing. I'm eyeing bringing in Rafini. Well, I'm bringing in Rafini, period. And then I'm potentially going to take a -4 to bring in Kane. Potentially. So at this moment, I am leaning more towards it is worth it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and say yes, but I'm still super undecided on that. I'm on 90 points with 8 to go. Oh. 90 with 8 to go. That is huge. Pope captain, great call. Wild card for me was clutch this week. 90 points, dude. Oh, that's so sick. Hey, man, hope you're good. I'm doing really well. I hope you're doing well, too, Alexia. Triple captain, Gundogan. Oh. Take a bow. In the words of Rihanna, take a bow. That is unbelievable. I've never supported Man City so much in my life. I'm a United fan. It was tough. First year FPL, so I'm buzzing. First year FPL, and you nailed a triple captain. A lot of players, as I squeak again, I sound like Jessica Day from New Girl. A lot of players play FPL and they have years on years where their triple captaincy doesn't pay off. I haven't had mine pay off yet. It's my sophomore season. But also, first off, that's huge. Second off, I don't know. You're a strong FPL manager if you're willing to triple captain someone from your rival squad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I would have been able to triple captain someone from Real Madrid. You know what I mean? The one and only weaker is City fan absolutely paid off, man. My best friend's dad triple captain Gundogan 2 weeks ago when he blanked, and he was talking about all week. He was like, he's gonna pay off. This is gonna be huge. And it was like the 1 week over the last 4 he didn't get it. So that sucked. But that's huge, man. I can't even imagine the adrenaline rush you got. Sana, hey, Sana, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Hopefully you're still here 15 minutes later. How's your week so far? 82. I'm on 82 myself, but you have 7 and I have like 4 left, so that is huge. Please check out my team. What transfer should I do? I want to bring in Kane, but for who? Ooh, that's some Dr. Seuss bars right there, man. Even when I ain't trying, I got bars. I got nothing, man. If you want to join the Donatel's Mini League, code's down low. If you want to join the Discord, oh, I think I went too far. If you want to join the Discord, the code is somewhere floating around. I'll pin it when I catch up to it. All right, 82 points. That's huge, Sana. With 7 to go. You have no cash in the bank, but you have great team value. All right, you have Bamford. Let me move my phone so I can see your whole squad. Barnes. Ooh. That's nice. Shout out community. Barnes. Yeah, Barnes and Madison are both in fuego right now. For me, I would get rid of Robbo. So for me, I did drop Robbo last week. I could understand wanting to keep him, though, for Everton, Sheffield, and Fulham. I could understand why you would want to keep him. So for me, it would be hard to drop him. Actually, you know what? Take that back. I'm dropping Digne. I'm dropping Digne on your list. Digne's got City, Liverpool, Southampton, Chelsea up next. So I'm probably going to drop Digne and drop him down to an enabler. You don't have many double game week players in next week. You only have Bamford. I don't see any Southampton players. I don't know who else has a double next week, to be completely honest. I'd have to fact check myself. But maybe try to get in a double game week player. I'm dropping Digne. You could drop Digne and bring in Dallas. You could drop Digne and you can even drop Digne down to a 3.9 enabler and throw some cash around and upgrade someone somewhere else. You could try to bring in Rafini. Yeah, so if you want to bring in Kane, I think that's what you were saying earlier. If you wanted to bring in Kane, I would drop one of Robbo or Digne in order to do so. I mean, it's hard to get rid of Robbo. Any week he could go off, but even if he does, he's only 17% selected, and I think it's going to go down from there. I just don't see Liverpool holding many clean sheets over the next couple months to really warrant having him in your squad. So but again, first I would get rid of Digne because Robbo's fixtures are pretty good, but I'm getting rid of Digne. If that's the first thing I do. Also, 82 points. Congrats. That is nice. Nice. Hey, we're also twins. I got 82 points right now, too. We're twinning. Everton could double in 26 or it's 27, but DCL is injury prone now. Okay, so they are going to double up soon. Even then, I still wouldn't want Digne even with that double up. I still wouldn't want him. I don't really rate either of them. Talking about earlier, Vestergaard has a goal threat and double game week, but Southampton are messed defensively. Yeah, I agree. I talked about this with Blues FPL last season. Southampton lost 9-0 against Leicester, and they lost like 3 games in a row. On the second or third game, Danny Ings scored, and that's when Danny Ings caught fire. And so I was kind of talking. If you're still here, Blues FPL, I was kind of just speaking it into existence, hoping it would work. And Danny Ings is doing the same exact thing he did last season, where 2 weeks later he scores a goal. And Southampton looked terrible for 3 game weeks, and then they picked it up and they won like 6 out of their next 7, something like that. And Danny Ings was on a mission. So I'm hoping, praying to keep my faith in you. Outcast. And also, if I was to bring in Kane for one of those players, it would be for Antonio. Maybe DCL, DCL has more value, so maybe it'd be easier to do it from him. But yeah, that's what I would do. Everton, yeah, talked about that. Yeah, I'm just thinking Aina can get a clean sheet against Crystal Palace in the double, though. Yeah, Crystal Palace look lost without Zaha. They look lost. Bro, by the way, where can I listen to the podcast? It's just on YouTube. I think I may have put it up on like Spotify, but I don't really know how the podcast game works. I don't know how anything works outside of YouTube. Even on YouTube, I don't know how things work, man. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the right tags and right graphics. And this is the first time I've actually had this format today, so I don't know how anything works. I'm kind of old, like Nick Miller. Illest of the ill. Yeah, so I think for this week's podcast, it was just on YouTube. I think both of them that I've done so far on YouTube. I tried putting them on Spotify, but again, I just don't know how that works. Podcasts for me are just easier right now because I'm in grad school and it takes a lot less time to edit. Possibly if Zaha isn't back. Yeah, I agree. Never even noticed it was on the channel. Oh, there you go. I think, yeah. Did I put the new one up on Spotify? I don't know. I can't remember. Great job on Lowton. Yeah, I agree. FPL Rafiki. Shout out FPL Rafiki, man. Check out FPL Rafiki on YouTube. Check out his YouTube page. Lowton is a great pick, man. First time scoring since 2012. Absolutely. I would have been over the moon if I had him. I appreciate you, Alex. Honestly, I appreciate everyone who's here and all the support y'all give me week in, week out, man. Blessed is the understatement. I was just investing in stinks. I'm assuming you meant stocks, and watching Wolf of Wall Street today. What'd you invest in, Alex? I'm big in the stock world. That's like, I don't know. I want to say I'm not big in the stock world, but I just love the stock market, man. And I love Wolf of Wall Street. This is a perfect time for me to plug Margot Robbie. Hey, Margot Robbie, happy Valentine's Day. Call me back. What a movie. Yeah, phenomenal movie. I love Margot Robbie, man. It's not fair. How could someone be awesome and beautiful? She's beautiful and has a phenomenal personality. You can't have both. You're not allowed to have both, man. Anyway. Hard to say if Jorginho will keep starting, but yeah, if he plays, he's on pens. Yeah, I wouldn't have Jorginho in my squad. I'd probably get rid of him, but he's 4.7, so if he's a good player to have on your bench. I bought some Cardano. You bought some Ethereum. Nice. So you're getting into the crypto gang. Hey, camera. So you're getting into the crypto gang then, huh? Great movie. Please check out my team. Yes, I can, absolutely. I did not know why I went to fixtures. I was trying to go to leagues, Donatello's, code in the description, yada yada, you know what I mean? Shout out anyone from the Bay. You said you're 210. Check it out. What's it all about? Juice World, right? Rest in peace. All right. Free hit played. Whoa, nice. Dropping a free hit chip. All right. Great call on Gundogan. Sterling, hopefully he balls out for you next week. Foden, it's unfortunate Foden didn't get any return last week when everyone else seems to do so, but I think he'll be fine for this Everton match. Hopefully, I still like your squad moving forward, man. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 players still to be played. Oh my goodness. This free hit could be massive for you. All right, so this is what your squad looks like normally because you're going to go back to this squad after the free hit's over. You're going to have 6 mil in the bank. Oh, that's a ton of cash. We got a lot to work with. I like that. All right, Sanchez is a great keeper right now because Brighton's defense and them as a squad look great. To be fair, their defensive looked good all season. It's just their keeper was a problem in my opinion. But now they got Sanchez in. They look good. James Justin has to go. I don't know who I would bring in for him at this point. Maybe Dallas because they have a double. I gotta stop saying so much. Midfield looks great. I really rate Eze as a player, but I don't rate Crystal Palace as a squad. So for me, I'd probably get rid of him just because I don't think they could do anything without Zaha. Until Zaha comes back, I don't want him in my squad. When Zaha comes back, Eze is a great player. Antonio, I would look to move on from him, but I think you have other fires to put out, like Wilson. See if you could I'd bring in Harry Kane for Wilson. Saka's a phenomenal player. Target's fine. So for me, I'm bringing in Harry Kane for Wilson and maybe Dallas for James Justin. And then I would probably look to move out something like that. Overall, man, I think your squad's good. You just have a little bit of work to do. I just said I gotta stop saying so much, and here I am dropping the bombs. I'm gonna mostly punch for defense. Oh, that's right, we talked about that. Yeah, Stones, Martinez, Vestergaard, Aina, Lewis, and Stroik. I was thinking of Rudiger, Ben Davies. Rudiger in 26, not good. Yeah, I think that's a good move. I really like the attackers you have. Just kind of hold on to those as a staple and move your defense around depending on fixtures. I like that. That's what I'm bringing a Oh, okay. Perfect. This is perfect time to talk about it. Sanchez for Brighton keeper. I like Martinez. Let me say that. I like Martinez. He's like the 8th highest scoring FPL player. This dude might break Brad Friedel's record for most FPL points scored in a season by a keeper. I think I saw it today by FPL, so it's been jinxed now, innit? But I think at that price, he's at like 4 or 5, right? Something like that. Brighton's defense looks really good. I mean, I think they have the second best expected goal against them in the Prem this season. And the only thing holding him back again was Matt Ryan, as much as I had him in my squad. But they have Crystal Palace next week, great fixture for them. West Brom, great fixture for them. Newcastle, so they have good fixtures. And if he gets, I feel like if they keep clean sheets, he should come away with like a bonus point, or he has a good opportunity to come away with a bonus point. So I do like bringing him in, but I would try to bring in Martinez if I had to. When should I use wildcard? It all depends on where you're at in your squad. You're 14 minutes late. It all depends on where you're at with your team. If your team has a lot of fires to put out, use it and be aggressive in Game Week 26. If you only have a couple of players you don't like, I'd probably say to hold on to it. But because wildcard is such a use when your team needs it kind of a thing, in my opinion. If you want to be super aggressive and really attack these doubles coming out, follow Ben Krellin on Twitter and use your wildcard probably 26, something like that. Should I drop Ederson for Gundogan or keep Ederson? I would probably drop Ederson and bring in Yeah, for me, Ederson's too much cash. I know he's getting clean sheet after clean sheet, but I'd rather have City defenders to do that for me. I'd bring in Martinez. I would bring in. I'd probably just bring in Martinez. Dude had 9 saves. Yeah, I like that move. I mean, Ederson again. He's a great keeper. He got a 12-piece nugget this week, but I don't see him getting an assist very often. So. Yeah, I'd probably drop him, and I'd rather have DS in and Cancelo in, Stones, and I would use that asset for Gundogan. Yeah, I like that. Who would you drop Cresswell for? I'm not entirely sure at this moment. I'm not entirely sure. I have Cresswell myself, so I got to move him. Looking at fixtures, Arsenal don't look good to me. I already have Martinez. I don't want to double up on their defense as good as they've been. Brighton, I don't necessarily know if I would want anyone for Brighton. Burnley is a no. Chelsea, it's a no. Chelsea's only a no because I don't know who's going to start week in, week out. That's my only concern with them. Crystal Palace is a no-go for any asset right now. Everton's no. Fulham, no. Maybe Dallas for that double here. Leicester. I think Leicester, actually, you know what? Maybe someone from Leicester. Like Castagna, maybe. Yeah, maybe someone from Leicester. Too expensive for me, Liverpool assets. I already have City defenders. Maybe Luke Shaw for Newcastle, but then he has two really tough fixtures with Chelsea and City. I think he should have a double in this week. I think he should be playing Crystal Palace in 26. So maybe bring in Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, if you want to be someone that's more nailed on. I mean, Luke Shaw's nailed, but he may get rested time to time. Those are kind of the players I would say to get. I don't necessarily know if I would want anyone from Spurs defense, just because I don't want Dyer. I don't know if anyone else is nailed on. I think Ahmed and me were talking about Reguilon might be coming back, so maybe Reguilon. Yeah, that's the only. Yeah, maybe Wolverhampton defender, but those are kind of my players off the top of my head or the teams I would choose from. Fair enough. Kane can haul versus anyone. Yeah, that's my thing. Is that if he does haul, I could be in for a. I want to be part of his haul. I think there are a lot of times in FPL where we'll look at a double game week and we'll say, okay, we want to bring him in for that game week, but we don't want to bring him in before that, even though the player's quality. And then the player goes off the week before, and now I've missed price rises. I've missed that 10-point performance. I've missed the green arrow that I could have gotten from him. So that's kind of what I'm scared about. Bro, I hope Luis Suarez does it after how he was treated at Barca, special player. Yeah, he's on fire right now for Atletico, man. He is absolutely killing it. Barca, yeah. I don't want to talk about Barcelona these last couple of years, man. An absolute dumpster fire office they've had lately. I love me some Luis Suarez. Let's see what he's at right now. He's a leading scorer in La Liga. Luis Suarez, 16 goals. Lionel Messi, my opinion, the GOAT, is right behind him with 15. And Luis Suarez is doing it efficiently. Oh, my gosh. I love me some Luis Suarez, man. I wish I was playing FPL back in the day when he was with Liverpool. Oh, there it is. There's a Discord. Can I pin it from here? Come on, son. Why won't it let me pin? Let me pin it. Let me pin it. All right, whatever. It's not letting me pin. I don't know why it's not letting me pin. My phone's freaking out. Whatever. I take Ederson out too. Yeah, I agree, Kobe. Suarez go. Yeah, Ahmed. It's so funny because we had so many fires to put out on our squad, and we got rid of Suarez for free. We didn't like for free. For free. I honestly do. I'm not upset with us getting. I'm not too upset with Suarez leaving, because I think no, I kind of am. I love Suarez. I don't know. Maybe it was time for him to go, but even if you're gonna get rid of him, how do you let him go for free 99? Yeesh. I don't know if Lewis is nailing on enough though, but Davies could be a good value at 4.6. Nail decent fixtures. Yeah, that's not a bad. I just for me Lewis. My problem with Lewis is Newcastle seem that they're hurt right now, but I don't know. Lewis is not a bad player. Yeah, true. Kobe Martinez has been out. Martinez has been outscoring him. I just had him. Felt like he was always good for a clean sheet. He is, man. He's always good for a clean sheet. 6 points after 6 points after 6 point. Ederson is. I don't know what Barca were thinking about, man. It didn't help. Messi isn't happy there. Yeah, it's nice at this moment. It seems like Messi is really happy. I mean, if we want to talk about the mental aspect of sports real quick. I've seen in my playing career, there are a lot of players who were phenomenal athletes, phenomenal players in whatever sport I was playing. But if they weren't there mentally, their play dropped significantly. And I think we saw that with Messi, man. We saw that he wasn't happy to start the season, and he was still playing well. He was still a really good player, but he wasn't the Messi that we know. And now that we see him as a happy, now that I've seen him over the last few months be It seems like he's really happy with the progress that Barcelona's making. He is the Messi that I've known for the past, 15 years or so. And, oh, my camera. So, I mean, mental health plays a big role, man, especially in sports included. Yeah, and his best friend left. They didn't let him leave. Wow, what a fun time to be a Barcelona supporter. Big game on Tuesday, though. Shout out FPL Penguin. Will Gundogan miss the Everton game due to injury? City have Arsenal and Champions League up next. I think he does. I mean, this is me speculating, but I think with the Champions League they have coming up and how hot he's been lately, I think they probably just rest him and kind of let him. I don't think they force him back for an Everton match. I don't think they do that. But again, that's just me speculating, especially with how much of a lead they have right now at the top of the table. Don't drop Ederson if he goes on pens. Yeah, if he's on pens, baby. If Ederson is on pens, get him in. Hope Diaz starts for Everton. Again, FPL Penguin, check him out. YouTube content creator, that's phenomenal. That is phenomenal at what he does. Hope Diaz starts for Everton. I hope so. The only thing I might like is if Diaz doesn't start and Antonio doesn't start, I got a 6-point nugget coming off for Stroik. And Stroik is a big differential than Diaz would be. So if both Diaz and Antonio miss out, I'm not going to be the most upset person in the world. Imagine, if Ederson happens, when was the last time we saw a keeper take a pen in an actual game in the Premier League? Surely it's happened before. Anyone have a stat on that? Usually Alex is really good at picking up stats with that. On 90 with 6 to go. Whoa! On 90 with 6 to go, overall ranking of 8K. Let's go. That is, I'm not worthy. Oh, that is unbelievable. What are your biggest tips for this year? What tips you got for me? What took you to that 18,000 ranking? I want to know. That is so phenomenal. That's sick. Him sprinting back if he misses. I know. Maybe they just give Kyle Walker, give him the gloves and pretend he's a keeper. I know obviously you couldn't play a keeper at that moment, but they just throw Kyle Walker and go and let him use his head and whatnot. Dude, seriously, if you miss that pen, if a keeper misses that pen, he's got to run 90 yards back. When I was 10 years old, we had a keeper that had the best left foot I've ever seen in my life at that point. In fact, I even played with him until I was about 19, 20 years old, and he ended up moving from keeper to the midfield. And he had, again, one of the best left foots I've ever seen in my life. And when we went on corners, for some reason, he went up to take a corner. Not even a penalty. And so if we didn't score or put that ball out of bounds, that dude had to run 100 yards just to get back in goal. What a terrible coaching decision. His left foot was phenomenal, but still. That's the one worry Pep has with Ederson pens. If he misses, easily countered. Barca were on drugs. Well, we didn't even sell Suarez. That's the worst part. We just let him go. I think he went for free. If he didn't go for free, it was like $5 million. That's it. I'm too scared to hit that triple captaincy since my first season. Yeah, hitting that triple captaincy is nerve-wracking, but I mean, if you think about it, I feel like it's only like, if you get 6 points from your player, it's only 6 extra points, but no, it's pretty sick. It's quite the adrenaline rush. I mean, I feel you, man. Hey, Paul Kragenbrink. Shut up. I'm just kidding. Paul Cray right there. That's my homie right there, man. We go skimboarding all the time. Paul, if you're still here, dude, I don't know why you're still here. You got a wife and a baby, dude. Enjoy Valentine's Day, man. No, if you're still here, I get my second COVID shot in next Friday. So we can go the week after that, man. Let's do it, dude. When am I using my triple captain? Or is that for me or is that for Kobe? I'm going to use my triple captain probably, I don't know, I haven't decided. Maybe 26, maybe game week 26. I'm not entirely sure, man. I'm so nervous to hit it. I'm with Kobe. I'm nervous to hit it. But for real, hey, Paul, if you're still here, by the way, Paul, text me because I want to talk about I'm going to buy a skin board. I just don't know where to go for a good skin board other than offer up. The homie right there, man. The homie. 2 players to bring in for game week 26. Rafini, Bamford, Dallas, Danny Ings. Let me check the schedule. Madison, Luke Shaw. Kind of just spitballing here as I'm tailing off. Get ready for that Spurs. Get ready for Spurs. I don't know. Maybe even a Wolverhampton player like NATO, or I don't know. So yeah, Bamford, Rafinha, Dallas. Triple captain Kane, Gameweek 26 could be a good option. Yeah, I think that might be my case. That might be it. I might have to triple captain Kane in 26. Fulham beat Everton. A former Sunderland striker got a brace. Oh, dude, Fulham really put up 2 on Everton. It's crazy. I mean, the Premier League is such a long season that don't be school. Don't be a school email. Don't be a school email. Don't be a school email. Reddit. At the beginning of the season, not everybody, but Everton was really trying to compete for that top 4 spot. I talked about on my podcast or whatever that Everton could do it. They could battle for that top 4 spot, and they've just fallen off hard, man. What do I think of Digne to Target? I like it. I like getting rid of Digne. And I think Target with his fixtures, I don't know actually what fixtures you have. I think he has a couple double game weeks probably he has coming up because they missed a few games. I like that move, man. Love to get Ings back in my team. Yeah, for that double, my boy Big Daddy Kane or Big Daddy Ings. Hopefully he balls out next week, man. I don't know what his selection rate is right now. It's probably still pretty low. Less than 10. He's about 10% selected. Really low for someone on a double game week at a quality he is. Should have used my triple captain. I don't know when to use it. I wanted to do it on 85 with 5 matches. Oh, dang. Didn't even make a transfer this week and I left Barnes on my bench. You could have, you're still going to hit 100 points. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know. Triple captain's got to be it's got to be a gut feeling. You know what I mean? You got to be like, it's got to be a gut feeling. You got to do it. You don't feel forced to use it because everyone else is using. Do it when you want to. You know what I mean? Fulham till I die incoming. That's great. Bro, here you are talking about everything, not just football. Sounds good to me. I mean, if anyone has met me in real life, they know that I am the most distracted person in the world, and I jump around in conversations way too often. So I try not to do that as much on this FPL channel. Maybe maybe if I start a different YouTube channel, I could bounce around even more. But I try to keep it FPL related until we talk about Margot Robbie. Then I can't help it. Got knocked out last week. Man, you made it a long way in the cup, though. Shall I use my wild card for next week? I don't know. I'd have to see your team. Again, if you want to be really aggressive going into 26, I do give a stamp of approval to do that. But if you have a really good squad going into that, I don't know if I would be forced to use it. But you can be real aggressive and make some real nice green arrows. I'm 88th in your league. Ooh, should we check out your squad, Gracie? Let's check it out. Check it out. I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, crypto easier at the moment. Plus, it seems like the stock market is more fixed. I'm still an amateur doing a lot of technical analysis and market studying at the moment. Hopefully, in a couple of years, I can. Yeah, so when I first started in where are we at? 88, right? When I first started in the stock market, I only had like two. I just downloaded the Robinhood at first, and I only had like 2 stocks, and I just studied. That's all I did for like 2 years. I didn't put any extra money in it, but I think the thing they always say is just to invest in like Vanguards and stuff. Keep it simple at first, and then kind of explore other routes. Look at the PE ratios. I'm getting too technical here, but stocks are awesome, man. It's a great way to make passive money. You got a good amount of cash in the bank. 85 points, huge. Yeah, so if I were to I wouldn't triple captain yet. Yeah, wait for a double game week. Wait for a double game week and triple captain there. Good squad. Great week. You're gonna be in a 100 club this week. Oh, that is beautiful. At least you had a run in the cup. Yeah, I got knocked out first week. I was out of the cup in the first week. First freaking week. Make something out of it, yeah. Yeah, crypto game. I'm not too big in the crypto game. I have no idea what's going on. It makes no sense to me. I try to study it, but it doesn't make sense. I don't even know what to study. Ethereum. I'm super late on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin keeps rising, so Fulham might stay in if they keep playing well. Fulham been playing really well. I agree. Fulham been playing really well, and it's nice to see them get a result finally. Hey, Don, can you review my team? Your boy, Caleb. What's up, man? Caleb is at 206,731. 9 and 3 quarters. All right, 77. Ooh, that's a good week. All right, so for me, you have 0.3 in the bank. I think I've said this on here before, but I like Rafini getting him in for next week. But if this was my squad, the first thing I would do personally would be to get rid of Digne. I mean, he's a great player. He can assist any given my camera. Digne can assist any given time. Now, any given time, he can come away with an assist, which is nice. But their fixtures are so hard, I just don't trust him defensively enough to warrant having him against City, against Liverpool. Southampton's all right, but then Chelsea. So, actually, City's this week. Liverpool, Southampton, Chelsea. I'd probably get rid of Digne. I mean, maybe he comes back later in my squad, but that's what I would personally do. Again, you got to do what you feel is best for your squad. If you feel Digne is the way to go, keep him. You know what I mean? That's my one piece of advice I always try to give is that you got to play your game. Play your game. I think players I would like to bring in are Rafini and Kane. DCL it depends on how long he's out for. I look at his fixtures. He has again the same as Digne's. Of course they are. Come on, Sean, get it right, get it tight. Booty, rocking everywhere. Yeah, man, I'd get rid of Digne. Use that cash to upgrade somebody. Overall, I think you have a really good squad, though. You can start Stun this game week, Bamford. Hopefully DCL comes back for you. No worries. Alba on fire. Yeah, Aubameyang today, man. He could have had 4 today. Absolutely killing it. Knocked out. Oh, that's right. He got knocked out with a coin toss on FPL. How horrible is that? Oh, that's the worst. Martinez, Cresswell, Watkins, and Bruno has been in my squad through the ups and the downs. You got to ride with them, man. Sorry for cracking my knuckles on the front of the microphone. You got to ride with them. When they hot, they hot. And Martinez and Cresswell have been on fire. And Bruno, of course. When we find out of the double game weeks, they should announce it soon. They should announce it really soon, but I'm not entirely sure. Ben Krillin has done a really good job. He's an FPL legend, and he's done a really good job on his Twitter to do his best to predict it. But I don't know if we'll know about it. And I actually don't know that. It should be soon. Because it's only game week. It's 26 that's going to be a lot of doubles. What do you think of Zinchenko? He's like the most announced of the year, apart from DS, Gundogan, and Ederson. Yeah, I don't want Zinchenko. Something about him, I just don't think he starts as much as I don't think he starts as much moving forward as he has been lately. I think Cancelo will come in and steal some spots, and they'll throw Kyle Walker out wide. I'm not a City supporter, so I can't say with 100% certainty. But for me, shout psych. But for me, I wouldn't want Zinchenko in my squad. I'd probably try to get someone. But he has been playing a lot. Yeah, something about him being rotated worries me. Lesser defender Pereira or Soyuncu are good but expensive. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I would get Pereira. He's $6 million or something like that, so it's just too much for me. I agree. Zinchenko can be rotated. Yeah, that's saying. I agree with you, Gracious. When is KDB coming back? I'm not entirely sure. Let's check it out. Where is the man, De Bruyne? Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, I had it, and oh wait, no, it is here. Let's see if they have any news here. I haven't heard any news on Twitter, but again, he's already training, not with the team alone. But I cannot say when he will return. What's important is that he's feeling good. So the only update that I'm able to see right now while streaming is that he's feeling really good and he's training, but he's not training with the squad. He's training alone. So it sounds like he should be back in within the next couple of weeks, but again, this is all me speculating and I have no idea. Dunk is good, but Brighton don't double. Yeah, Dunk is a good player. I mean, he's been balling out for a few seasons now, FPL wise too. But yeah, that Brighton not doubling is hard. Have to call it a night. Good night. Hey Henning, thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate you. Don really behind chats. I gotta catch up. I know, I hate that. Don reads every chats. That's why he's a G. Keep it 100, 400. Shout out YG 400. Wouldn't it be like 7 points if Ederson scored? 7 points. He probably gets a clean sheet too, and the 3 bonus. Oof. More 7 plus clean sheet. It's same as defenders. That's right. I'm really disappointed this week, Don. Big red arrows. Oh, the bandit. No. We were. How many players do you have left? Because you still might be able to. Ooh, I'm actually up on comments. I really need to do a better job keeping up on comments. See, this is what I'm worried about. What I was talking about with the homie is just getting behind on comments is not. But I like to get to it's a yin yang or a pros and cons list in it. Bandit, man, hopefully next week is a great one for you. I mean, we still have a few games left, so maybe we can recover that red arrow and get a little bit of a cheeky green. How's it going, mate? Happy Valentine's Day. Appreciate you. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. I got my pink shirt on for Valentine's Day, man. First time I'm not wearing a jersey in a while. Sitting on 94 points with 8 to play. That's incredible. My captain, best Valentine's present I could have asked for it. Never hit 100 before. This is your first time hitting 100? Woo-wee. There's no better feeling in the world than hitting 100, especially when it's your first time, man. You always remember your first time, dude. Shout out, happy Valentine's Day, man. Yeah, that'd be the best Valentine's present I've ever gotten, man. 100 points. All I get are, you should have bought me more flowers, or Margot Robbie is not that good, and, stuff like that. How many knee-jerkers are going to bring in a Aubameyang? I don't know. I feel like his fixtures are still too tough for him to bring in, but should I check FPL statistics real quick? See if anybody's bringing him in. Let's check it out. He's going up right now, man. Let's see how many people are bringing him in so far. Hit up transfers. And let's go to most transferred in. That's not what I want to go to. Sorted by transfers in round. Martinez flying. Dallas already at 100K. Gundogan's at 187K bringing in, and he might be hurt. Oof. Yeah, he's not even in the top 7 or so. Nowhere to be found. Nobody's bringing in a Aubameyang? Seriously? I thought it'd be a little higher than that. Where is he at? Did I miss him? No, he can't be past Origi. He's a midfielder. Duh. Of course he's a midfielder. F my life. It's been a long stream. Jeez, that's embarrassing. Yeah, all right. So he's only been brought in by 7,000 people. Nothing brazy. Just hit a nerve. That's probably, if that's going there, it's probably my median nerve, which is my anterior interosseous nerve right there. Pew. Isn't that nice to know, man? Anterior interosseous nerve. Anterior interosseous nerve does a lot of, actually it'd be my posterior interosseous nerve. It innervates a lot of these forearm muscles, man. Branches off the radial nerve. Let's see. My knee jerk is Aina and Stroik, not Aubameyang. Hey, I mean they're cheap assets, baby. Man, I hope you're okay with Robinhood. Yeah, when all that madness was going down 2-3 weeks ago, I was trying to buy some stock and Robinhood wouldn't let me, and I missed out on a huge game. But I like to play the long game anyway, so I guess I'm not too disappointed with it. But at the same time, very frustrating. Ethereum likely about to hit 7,000 pounds this year. I think that's probably $10K. Let me check. Can I check it out real quick? Live on stream. We're down to 13 viewers right now, so I don't feel too bad checking it out. Let's go to Ethereum real quick. Ethereum. I am in no shape or form licensed to give any sort of financial advice, especially with stocks. Do not take my word or anything I say as something that you should do in the stock gang. I think I have to say that, right? Dang, it's gone up 50% this month. Ethereum, 280% the last 3 months, 600% this year. Jeez, Ethereum really flying. Right now it's at what? It's $1,800. So you really think it's gonna get that high? Oh my goodness. Some of them long term could do massive numbers. I'm just not making the same mistake and missing out like I did with Bitcoin. Yeah, I think I talked about this on Bitcoin a few streams ago. When I was in college, and I was broke. I had no money. I had no job because I was playing sports at the time. And when you play sports in America, you don't get paid for it in college, and you have no time to do anything. And so I didn't have any money to afford rent. I was literally living month to month, and I would literally sit there on like the third week of the month and say, how am I going to be able to afford this month's rent? And so I try to find like random jobs on days that we on days we didn't have practice or game or anything like that. I would try to find random jobs. And then Bitcoin was starting to hit. And it was like $600 at the time. And my buddy was like, dude, we should buy Bitcoin. And I was literally sitting there saying, I don't know if I should buy Bitcoin. I can't afford rent. And so I was literally on the side of, I was literally erring on the side of, do I pay rent and have a place to live, or do I buy Bitcoin? And going back at it, I should have just left. I should have just tried to find a new home, man. That $600 would turn into what, 44K right now? Oh my, just one out. Oh. Dang. Pay your college athletes, man. I don't know, or not. I don't care. Hey, nice to hit Green Arrow every week. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate you. Dance moves and all. Hey, I got a ton of dance moves, baby. I just you only get yeah. I love dancing, man. I dance every day, dude. I dance in the shower. I dance in class. I dance in lab. I'll dance in the car. I'll dance while cooking. I dance all the time. I'm not good at it, but little known fact: I used to watch Stomp the Yard, and You Got Served before every single party I would go to in high school. As like motivation, as if I could dance or something. 8 million players now? Ooh, that's a lot, man. That's a conservative number. Crypto's where it's at right now. I'm with Binance. Yeah, a lot of people are jumping on the crypto gang. Maybe I'll look as soon as this is over. I'm actually gonna look into Ethereum, man. I gotta pay for grad school somehow. That thing is way too expensive. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but here, oh my goodness. Jones Bloke, what's up, man? What's up? How you doing, man? How's your week? Everything good? I'm on 90 with 90 with 5 to go. You have Gundogan and me. Oh, it seems like blessings keep falling in my lap. That's unbelievable, dude. That is so sick. 90 with 5 to go. You're gonna be in a 100 club for show. That is. Oh. I asked you how you were at the beginning, and as far as FPL wise, man, you're doing great. You're Tony the Tiger out here, man. Oh. Sorry about that. Let me adjust my screen. Down to 11 viewers. All right, now I feel good about talking about other stuff then. XRP can make you a millionaire. LOL, I took the punt. It's risky, but because they're in a lawsuit. Oh, I don't want anything to do with that. I once bought a stock. I bought a stock a couple years ago. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Luckin Coffee, and it's a big coffee chain in China. And I did a bunch of research on it, and I was diving deep into the numbers, and I was a little uncertain about whether I was uncertain about it. But it was back when I was learning about stocks, and so I kind of just put in I bought like 1 or 2 shares just so I can kind of get my feet wet. And I was reading their 10K reports, and all their numbers look good, and they're booming everywhere in China. It's a coffee store in China. It's like Starbucks competitor, and their biggest thing is that they have a lot of tea. And I bought some stocks at like $30-$40 or something like that. I think about 2. And a month later they got hit with the lawsuit because their stock that they had ended up, or all the numbers that they had and how much money they were making, complete lies. They said they were making like $300 million a year. They were making like 30 million tops, something drastic like that. I literally woke up at 6:30 in the morning when the stocks opened up here in California. I looked at my thing, and the stock dropped by 85% and was frozen for 2 months. You couldn't buy it. You couldn't sell it. I lost 85% overnight. It's a good thing I only bought 1 or 2 stocks of it. I'm gonna screenshot that, dude. Actually, I don't want. Cryptos are so in lately, Alex. Love stocks myself. I love stocks, dude. Yeah, Step Up. Shout out Step Up, dude. Is it Goose, right? Goosey does the or Moose when he does that the dancing down the stairs. That's too clean, man. That's too clean. What a talented dude he is, man. I see a lot of stock traders and investors moving to crypto. I mean, Elon Musk's been talking about it a lot. Again, please don't take any of my words I say as advice to do anything in stocks. I just like talking about it. Elon Musk be talking about it. Mark Cuban talks about it a lot. He's got big followers. I've got 200 and something XRP shares now, but I'm not worried about it if I lose it. I mean, that's yeah. I've had a virtual portfolio of my own in the summer, and now I just share insight with my dad. You know what's funny is when I was in high school, our senior project we had an economics class. We're not talking about FPL at all anymore, man. Yeah, I agree. That's why stock traders rarely sleep, dude. I mean, 85% overnight. I hate that company. I hate it so much. And then I couldn't sell it, and they took it off the stock exchange, but you're allowed to keep it because they still like went public somewhere else. And it was rising up again, and I got like half my money back last week, and then it got hit. And then last week it filed for bankruptcy, 10K. So yeah, dude, sucks. But yeah. So on a side note, my economics class I did, this is what got me into stocks. This and Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle really got me into stocks. Rest in peace, man. But in high school, we had to do an economics portfolio where they gave us like a fake $10,000, a pseudo $10,000. Oh, hold on. I need to answer a FPL question. Who would you drop out of Grealish and Matto to Rafini? I think for me, I'd probably drop... Dang, that's so tough. Let me look at the schedule real quick. Let me look at Ben Krillin's schedule. So we have... that's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So Leicester have a double up with Arsenal and Burnley in 26. And who was the other one? Madison and Aston Villa. Aston Villa, unlikely they'll have doubles in 27, 28. Their doubles Leeds and Sheffield. Or Leeds and Everton. I think I'd probably rather drop Madison, and I wouldn't be happy about it. Now, I only say that because I think that the fixtures look better for Jackie G than they do for Matters. And so... based off that alone, I'm probably going to go Jack Grealish, but I'm not going to be happy about dropping either of those players. I would need to do more research on it to really see how both of them are performing. Actually, let's just do that right now. And I can go back to talking about my terrible story. Let's go to Leicester real quick. Let's see how Madison's doing. Madison's averaging about 2.5 attempted assists per game over the last few and a lot of shots. And Vardy's back. Vardy's back, which is a huge thing. Jack Grealish, I think he's been doing pretty similar. About a more attempt. He hasn't getting much shots. So for me, I'm probably dropping Jackie G. Probably going to drop Jackie G, but I'm not going to be happy about it. I probably want him back ASAP. Something like that. Yeah, I'm probably going to drop Jackie G, keep Madison. Madison, now that Jamie Vardy's back and the whole squad is playing well, I just think it's really good, man. That Brighton defense. Yeah, Brighton defense, dude. They look good. I mean, look at this. I don't think they have a double, though. I think we talked about that, right? No double? Yeah, no double. Crystal Palace, West Brom, though. If I go to... let's go to a new page. I might come back to this. Let's go to this page. Expected goals against. Look at this. I don't know if y'all can see this. The top three teams in expected goals against this season, Man City, Chelsea, and Brighton. Man City, Chelsea, and Brighton. And then Wolverhampton. So... I mean, take what you want because Everton and West Ham aren't... I mean, they're up there, but it's just, for me, the save percentage that hurts them. Ooh, there goes a headache. Oof. Yeah, Tesla. Elon Musk bought 1.5 billion Bitcoin. Yeah, it's crazy. And the big thing, too, is that they're accepting Bitcoin at their dealership. So that's also a huge thing, man. Alibaba, Tesla, and Nvidia were big for me in the summer. Alibaba, dude, yeah. I had Alibaba when it was at like 170. I just sold it like a month ago or so. Alibaba, dude. Alibaba, the Amazon of China. I used to own shares in Alibaba. Tesla, dude. You know what's funny is my buddy was talking about Tesla in the summer. 2 summers ago. I'll just go to this real quick because I think we have some other FPL questions. 2 summers ago, and... he was like, dude, buy Tesla. And I looked at their report, and I was like, dude, they don't make any money. They're literally a company that doesn't make any money. And then they went off. They went from like $100 to like a 5-to-1 stock split, and they've just gone absolutely mental. My buddy was right. I think I have some FPL questions I need to talk about first before I get into more of this. Hey, man, can you check out my team? Yes, I can, Matthew. Absolutely. Team is... 1678185. See, this is why I was talking to my buddy Footbop about this, and this is why we kind of want to start another YouTube channel. Is because I love FPL a ton, but there's so many other things I love talking about. But having an FPL channel, I feel like I'm just super limited to this one FPL lane, and getting another channel would really allow me to open up. I'd obviously still have this channel, by the way. I'd have 2 if that was the case. You're thinking maybe Rafini and Ings in, but I really have no idea what to do, to be honest. I have 1 free transfer and 0.6 in the bank. All right, so this is what your squad looks like. 1 free transfer and 0.6 in the bank. Let me see. Danny Ings is going to be hard to get in. I mean, the obvious one that I see is dropping DCL. You'd have to take a -4 if you want to get both in. So, I get your dilemma. Shout out Nelly. I think Rudiger is still fine for me. I'd still keep him. City defense, I keep them. Me is good to have on the bench. Slide my camera. Yeah, you could drop Antonio. That would take a -8. Oh, and you're a Leeds supporter. Sweet. Yeah, this is tough, man. This is really tough. I mean, you could, if you want to be crazy, wild with it, you could drop Jackie G down to Rafini, and that might give you enough cash to upgrade Antonio to Danny Ings. Maybe that's what you do. I don't know if I would necessarily support getting rid of Jackie G, but you could have a front line of Bamford, Danny Ings, and you'd have Gundogan, Fernandez, Son, Rafini, and Salah. That sounds really good to me. I don't know if I would drop Jackie G, but makes him sound like a Spice Girl. I want to know if I would drop Grealish, but I do like that move of bringing in Danny Ings and Rafini, and to do so, Grealish and Antonio are probably the two that I would make way to do so. Because everything else is going to take a -8 to do so. Yeah, I would do something like that. Great name, by the way. Obi-Wan Kenobi is a slept-on character, especially in the cartoon Clone Wars. What are we Adam FPL? What were we talking about? Buying in again? I forgot what it was. Were we talking about Alibaba? I can't remember. Let me know. Refresh my memory. Google, Amazon, Tesla, all firms and countries are finally getting into crypto and digital currencies. Yeah, dude. Crazy. Just today, Adam FPL I seen at 600 but wasn't signed up. Oof. Yeah, so hopefully that helps, Matthew. Hopefully that helps. I don't know why I screamed in the microphone right there. I tried to get some at 1K, but it bounced twice and then figured it out. Who are the teams playing in Gameweek 29? As of right now, it is Villa, Tottenham, Fulham, Leeds, Newcastle, Brighton, West Ham, and Arsenal. But a couple of those I don't think are confirmed. Oh, wait, yeah, they are. Yeah, so those are the teams that are playing right now. I think there's still going to be a couple more that get announced in that time, but those are the 6 teams. I'll do it this way. As of right now, this is where they said 29, right? Yeah. As of right now, these are the teams that are playing. And I think Villa and Spurs also play in this as well. I mean, it's still a long way to go. I think there'll still be some more added in there, but I think that's where I'm at. I think that's where it's at right now. Thanks again for your advice, dude. Hey, no worries, John Jones. No worries, Jones bloke. Also, yeah, incredible week, man. Hopefully it helps. Again, I always say just go with your gut. Do what you feel is best for you after doing your research. But I do my best to give the best advice I can. And, at the end of the day, you got to play your game, and I'll do my best to help you out. Apple going to get crypto and App Store, I think. They could do so. I think they're thinking about getting a electric car too, right? I think Tesla is still going to go off. They just keep going up, man. Tesla just keep going up, dude. It's so funny because Warren Buffett said that his PE ratio he likes to target is like 15, and Tesla's is like 4,000. Something outrageous. Nice. Bot low could be a good time to jump on. A few thousand profit can't hurt. I would definitely take a few thousand profit, man. Thoughts on my team this week. Pope, Cancelo, Diaz, Shaw, Gundogan, Bruno, Madison, Rafini, DCL, Kane, Bamford. I love that, dude. I love that. I love this squad. Love this squad. I hope Gundogan plays. But, dude, that is Kobe. That is a great... Who are you going to captain? That's a big question, man. There's no, who are you going to captain? That's a great team. There's a few that will buy... That will 100% 100 times, but they aren't on Binance. They'll bring in... I think I'll bring in Watkins for Wilson. I do like that move, man. Ollie Watkins has been a really good player. He's got a lot of people that can create around him between Jack Grealish, Ross Barkley, and just Villa being overall a really good team this season. I think Ollie Watkins is a really good option. But on a side note, going back to my econ story now that I've caught up, any questions, FPL questions, get them in. And I'll try not to get off topic too much, but I'm getting off topic lately. So in my econ class, they gave us fake $10,000 to buy stocks. And we bought stocks of Chipotle. We bought stocks of Tesla. stocks of Google. Those are 3. And go back to 2009 and see how much those stocks cost in 2009 and how much I would have made by 2021. And you'll understand why I got into stocks after doing that. Just, yeah. Mystery Enigma, dude. Welcome, man. On a side note, I think I'm gonna get an Outcast AT Aliens poster right here for my streams. It's good to see you. It's been a long time. Brave call, make a Bruno captain. It was a very brave call, and to be completely honest, I would have I think I should have gone. Obviously, I should have gone to Gundogan. So essentially, what happened is I was sleeping on Friday night, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and said I forgot to make my transfers. And so I grabbed my phone. My eyes were really foggy, and I said, "Who do I bring in?" And so I brought in Luke Shaw and Gundogan while my eyes had suds in them still. Had to wipe the suds off my eyes, see who was paging me and why. Biggie Smalls. And I threw in Gundogan and Shaw last minute. And I kept the captaincy armband on Bruno. I didn't even think about it when I put in Gundogan and Shaw. So, at the end of the day, it sucks not captaining Gundogan after the performance he had. But I cannot be complaining at all with Bruno Fernandes dropping an 18-piece for me. And Gundogan getting 19. How am I going to complain with that? Not too sure who to captain between Bruno, Bamford, Gundogan, and Kane. Not too sure. Yeah, I have no idea who to captain either. You could, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one for me this week. There's no real standout. Maybe Bamford just because he has a double. Let's see. Tesla stock must have made you a fortune. I didn't buy the Tesla stock, though. That was the thing. I was talking to my buddy about Tesla, and I was like, when I did that econ article, I was like, these are the ones I'm going to buy. And then I did it. And then in like 2014, I was working as a valet, and my buddy was talking about Tesla and stock. And he was like, Tesla's going to do nothing. I was like, dude, watch Tesla just blow up. And then I got stocks, and I didn't buy Tesla, even though that was like a main contributor for me buying or getting into stocks. And then I still didn't buy Tesla. And then it keeps going higher and higher. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy Tesla, even though that was one of the main reasons I went back into the stock gang. And yeah, dude, I may have been able to, if I would have put enough money in, I would have been able to pay off my my student loans, which would have been nice. That's still, if I could go back in time, man, if I can go back in time, I would just whisper in Sean's ear and just say, Bitcoin, Tesla, do it. Imagine if Chick-fil-A wasn't private. I know, man. Chick-fil-A, dude, is blowing up, dude. Same thing with Airbnb. It was private for so long. It finally goes public, and it just goes crazy. Chick-fil-A. I want some Chick-fil-A sandwich now, dude. I wish Neuralink wasn't private. I don't even know what that is, to be completely honest. I wasn't skeptical about crypto. I'm skeptical about cryptocurrency. It's not a productive asset. As an investor, you're simply relying on the next person to be willing to pay more for it. Yeah, that's my thing too, Mr. Enigma. Is I honestly don't know what it is. I don't know what to do. Like, you have like when you buy into a company, you're essentially buying a share of the company, right? And so you're pretty much saying, I'm buying Apple because I know Apple's products are really good and people are going to continue buying Apple, and they have a good office, good CEOs. They're going to continue growing. And the people who are just now jumping onto this FPL live stream are hearing me talk about stocks. But yeah, you're essentially investing in the company. That's what it is, right? And cryptocurrency, you just I don't know, man. That's why the latest articles I've been reading and YouTube videos I've been watching, they just say if you are to invest in crypto, make sure it's cash. Even in stocks, make sure it's cash that you have that's kind of like spending money. You know what I mean? You still want to have a solid amount of cash just in case something goes wrong, in case you wake up and 85% of your cash is gone one day. You need some emergency funds. Be smart with it. Don't try to don't go rich or go bankrupt. You know what I mean? Do you know if Ben Mee is going to be playing next match? I heard Ben Mee. You know what? Let me look into Ben Mee. I'll do that right now. I haven't heard anything about it other than that they were optimistic, but let me see. I don't see anything here. I don't see anything on Twitter. I mean, I'll try to go here and see if there's anything here. Live research from the Don. That's what you get on this channel. Red flag. Let's see. It says he is okay. It was pleasing to see him walking down after. I think the medical team just had to take a precaution with the stretcher. So that's what assistant football manager. My camera. Assistant football manager says that he's okay. It was pleasing to see him walk. I don't know if you could see that. It was pleasing to see him walking down after. I think the medical team just had to take precaution with the stretcher. So it seems like he should be okay. But again, keep a close eye on that this moving forward. Everyone kicks themselves not taking the risk. I 100% kick myself not taking the risk. I take a risk in everything I do except with money. And that's what you call going to grad school because it's too expensive. Yeah, Don, I did a similar project last year for Econ. Hopefully that helps, John. Hopefully that helps. I mean, it was just quick research what I did, but from what I was able to see, it doesn't seem like it's too concerning. But definitely keep an eye on that moving forward. Did a similar project last year for Econ. I think my group ended up buying Lululemon, Costco, and Netflix. Oh my gosh. Netflix, I mean, you bought Netflix not knowing there'd be a global pandemic and Netflix stock would just boom. And then Costco's also done really well. And Lululemon's just on a tear, man. Great picks. Mystery Enigma, it's being used now. Countries like China, Africa, etc. A lot of people are adopting it. You can buy Lamborghinis, Teslas. I think there's quite a bit. Anyway, it is really hard. This is why you need to join the Discord, Alex, so we can talk about this in the Discord. I 100% agree, Alex. Only put in what you can afford to lose. 100%. Don, I believe Buffett advocates just investing in S&P 500 trackers. 100%, yeah. Historically, you get pretty steady and reliable returns, but I'm no expert. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier in the stream. I don't think you were here, but Warren Buffett says that you should just really be investing. The majority of investors should invest in S&P 500 and Vanguards and stuff because it's a really safe bet, and you're going to get a consistent return. And so those typically get about a 10 to 12% return annually, so per year. And it's not the most exciting, right? It's not like you're going to get rich overnight. But Warren Buffett even says, I don't know why people buy a $1 million Mustang, right? Because should I pull up Excel for next week? Do you think on tripling leads? Yeah, so I have triple leads. I've had them for a while actually, mainly because Stroik's been my enabler. I'll have Bamford. I'll have Rafini, and I may or may not play Stroik. I'm unsure on that. They have Wolverhampton and Southampton, so I'm not too convinced to play Stroik, but I do. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. I will have double leads at least. I think they're looking prime for this game week. I'm going to take the chance, and I'll have Bamford and Rafini. They're both quality options. Let's go to Excel. We're really just talking about stocks for like the last 10 minutes, isn't it? Tom Pierce, what's up, dude? Good to see you. On a side note, been super busy. Yeah, I've been the same way, Tom. I'm just glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. You doing all right? Doing well? We're actually talking about stocks right now, which is pretty crazy. I'm going through an Excel sheet right now because Warren Buffett talked about. I really don't know how to use it. Equals E5. I don't know how to use this very well. Yeah, we're talking about stocks right now. Just, one of those days. Unless you have, of course, if FPL takes priority, man. I don't know if this works. But yeah, Warren Buffett talked about buying S&P 500s. I don't know if you can see here. There it is. Because he says the growth rate of S&P 500, you really don't have to do anything. You put your money in Vanguards and stuff like that, and it does the work for you. Essentially, it's passive money. And he says, why do brand new couples buy $1 million Mustangs? Because it's $50,000 might not look like a lot, but after like 20 years or so, now you're looking at $300K. So you put in $50K in year 1, and by year 17 you've made $300K. So that's essentially what he's talking about. Long story short. Any other things to talk about? By the way, Don, I saw it's at 10 to 12%. I mean, at the long term, it goes like this, right? Exponential curve. Finally managed. Oh yeah, I talked about it. By the way, Don, I saw a video of you doing some cool soccer tricks with the pine cone on Twitter. Hey, yeah, man. That was tough, dude. Those pine cones are really hard to juggle, man. It's stuff like that makes me want to do a second YouTube channel so I can do soccer tricks like that, like juggle a pine cone. And because if I do them on this channel, I think it would mess up with my FPL algorithm and whatnot. But I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Don, yeah, the T90 lasers. I did, yeah. T90. Are we talking about the cleats there? The T90s. I had the T90s, T90 lasers. Those are some of my favorite cleats of all time. I had the Predators. Remember the Predators that went over the that had like the strap that goes over the foot? Those are some of my favorite cleats of all time. And then I also had my last cleat that I liked a lot were the R9s. Those R9 Vapors, like the blue ones. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, those are sick. For next week, oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'll join. Glad to have you there, Alex. Yeah, Mr. Berkshire offers steady returns based on my experience in it. Yeah, I 100% agree, man. Bro, can you see my comments? I did. I thought I did. I don't see them right now. Let me see. Bro, can you see my comments? Let me see. Javon's last time. I don't think I saw it. Yeah, I'm scrolling through your last comments. No, I don't see them. The last ones I saw were from 252 and they've been retracted. Those are the last comments I saw from you. I saw the 8 million players and dance moves, but those are the only... Did I miss some? Sometimes the stream here doesn't... Sometimes it just like messes with the comments, but I can't see them. All I saw were the dance moves and the 8 million and the 2 that are retracted. With me, there's a possibility the concussion protocol could kick in, which means 9 days, but hope not. That's good advice. Thank you, Jones. Hopefully you're still here, Jeron. Yeah, concussion protocol, 9 days. That's what it is. Okay. I think Shea Adams had to go through the 9-day protocol himself, right? Do I think Liverpool assets? I love when research get thrown on here. I love that, man. Do I think Liverpool assets are done for now? No, I still think the season's long. They have really good fixtures coming up. I mean, they're not tripling up on Liverpool like we did for the last 2 seasons. For me, the only asset that I want for Liverpool is Mo Salah. That's it. Mane is a great player, but he's just not there in FPL terms this season. Robbo's too expensive. TAA is too expensive. And everybody else, I don't think I would want it anyway. So I think the only asset I would want is Mo Salah. Don with a Savvy Excel plays. Yeah, dude, should I put that on my resume? I think that's the only thing I know how to do on Excel. I took a cell biology class last year, and they made us really dive into how to use Excel in a cell bio class. Brazy. I did a finance MSc, so I'm right here with you on the stocks and shares talk. That was sick, man. Talking FPL, I'm on 90 with Cancelo. Ooh, wait, so you did you did a finance master? Is that a master's degree? Is that what I see? Dang, we really got to talk, man. FPL, I'm on 90 with Cancelo. Oof. Ooh, me. Oh, I didn't read the rest of that. 90 with Cancelo, me, Stone, Sufal, and Gundogan captain still to play. 75K right now. Oh, it's a Valentine's Day blessing, dude. That is so sick. 90 with those to play. So you should hit 100. You should hit 100. Oh, that is phenomenal, Tom. And the top 75K. Oh, blessings, dude. That's sick. I blame Alice and Kobe. And yeah, they're some of the best boots of all time. Yeah, I love those, dude. I had the yellow ones. I think you're looking at those ones, the yellow ones. And I had the all white ones too. The all white ones are clean until, you played a game in them. Yeah, Allison made a huge mistake. We got a lot of raccoons around. My garage door open. I hope it wasn't a raccoon that just jumped into my garage. Yeah, Allison, that was a big mistake, man. Last 2 games in a row. Those old Predators are dope. If I do a YouTube channel, like a separate YouTube channel, I think I'm gonna go buy. One of my buddies has a soccer warehouse, football warehouse, and he has a bunch of old cleats there. I'm just gonna go and pick out some old cleats and do like some reviews on them, see if they still do well. Yeah, Javon, what'd you say? Oh, he said I never see you without a hat. I know. Well, it's mostly because if I don't gel it, I don't know if you can see it. My phone's a little lag, so I'll have to wait a little bit. Is Ings a good transfer in? I have Danny Ings. I don't necessarily know if I would be forced to bring it if I would be pressed to bring in Danny Ings, but I really like having him for the double, if that makes sense. I think there are other players I would rather have for the double than the daddy, but I'm happy owning him. If you wanted to bring him in, I do think it's a good choice. But I wouldn't. Like Rafini, I'd probably would want more in my squad. You know what? Yeah, bring in Danny Ings. He's a good transfer. I don't know what's happening with Allison. Looks like the shadow of his former self. Looks like he's been taking tips off Karius. Yeah, didn't Karius have a concussion in that Champions League final? I think that's what it was. Yeah, Danny Ings. I'm so torn on because he hasn't looked good over the last few weeks that I've watched him play. I want to see how many shots he had today. Shot. 2 shots. So he's averaging a decent amount of shots, 2.5 over the last 5. He's so clinical in front of goal. He's a good differential, man. He could really boost your green arrow. My camera went off. Did it die? No, it didn't. My camera went off and y'all didn't tell me? Dang, dude. Good question for Tom. It's harder to look a good keeper with a bad defense. I mean, some keepers do a really good job. Is my camera still not on? Am I that behind? Is my phone that behind? Yeah. See, yeah, look, without my hat, my hair just looks terrible, and then like my hair will go over on this side if I don't gel it, and it just looks so nappy, dude. Nappy hair. Shout out T-Pain. And so, I mean, I could do this, but I just rock a hat a lot, man. I feel like it's just part of my style now. Hey, I'm 30 years old. I'd be balding a bit. Let's see. Those old cleats are better. I love the old cleats, man. Remember the old days? I don't know how it was in England or anything, but do you remember the Copas? Those Copas were like $60. Yeah, like $60 when I was growing up. Now they're super expensive, and you can't buy them anymore. You can't. I think from what I was hearing, you can't buy kangaroo leather cleats in America anymore, and so Copas are no longer a thing. FPL Don League, yeah. There are some ballers in this FPL, in the FPL Donatellos. Absolute ballers here. Out of all the Southampton choices, which for me are Adams, Ward-Prowse, and Armstrong, who should I play? This is for a draft, by the way. Yeah, for a draft, I'm going to go with Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse, he's going up against a team that is terrible on set pieces against Leeds. Leeds give up the most set piece goals and the most corners in the Prem this season. And add that to Ward-Prowse, who was just nasty with the ball at his feet on set pieces. I think he has like the second most goals scored on set pieces over the past 4 or 5 years, only behind Messi, something like that. So for me, I'm picking James Ward-Prowse this week over those players. Liverpool keep a curse, man. I know, dude. Brian Dallas for Justin. Love that pick, Navy. Love that pick. What's FPL tool you use? So I use a few FPL tools. So one of them is going to be, not sponsored, by the way. One of them is going to be Assistant Manager, fantasyfootballfix.com. This one here, they give you a good job to where they like predict your points. I mean, take this with a grain of salt because how much could you actually predict? But you can like move players around, and you don't have to worry about like, you can see what your team looks like. I don't know why I did that. You can see what your team looks like without actually having to make transfers. So you can say, oh, if I move these players in, that's what my team looks like. Then it can show you like their suggestions on who to bench and who not to. It'll show you their schedules, how they line up with each other. So it's a really good website, man. I like it a lot. That's one. And then the other big one I use is fbref.com. fbref.com lets me go into real good research so I can bring in like also on this one, if you go to like this information button here, you can look at it, shots on targets, attempted assists. You can go to there's a paid version, but I just do the free because I'm cheap. You can go to like, let's say you want to if you want to go to next week's matchup, right? And you're saying how these Leeds assets look. You click on this Wolverhampton Leeds preview, and it'll show you who on their team over the last 5 games, who has the most goals, most expected goals. So Rafini and Bamford have the most expected goals over the last 5 for Leeds. Most shots on target, most FPL assists, most attempted assists, and Rafini is just dominating every category. So that's my favorite thing to use. You can really see it. You can really get a good breakdown of that. And then if you want like deeper stats, like I do, I go to fbref.com, and I'm too far off the side of the screen that you can't see it. But you can really like toggle like goals minus assists per pen, and that's Harry Kane, Cavani, Son in the top 3. So those are the ones that I use. Very helpful. I like fbref.com the most, but that's just me. Would you captain Ings? I don't think I would captain Ings. I don't think so. I mean, if I'm feeling super brave, I would, but Southampton just don't look good enough to me for me to captain him. Crypto, I'm on the fence over when there's a tangible use. I'm all for it, but an investment, I think there's a lot of confidence trading. Tom, right there, dropping nuggets. Best replacements for Zaha and Wilson. Zaha is at 7 mil. Let me see. I think off the top of my head, I think I like it like that. Top of my head, I like James Maddison and Wilson. Wilson, it depends on how much cash you have. If you could upgrade to Danny Ings for this game week, I would. If you could obviously spend some cash and go all the way up to Harry Kane, that's nice. Ollie Watkins is good. Yeah, Ollie Watkins is good. I don't know if there's any other cheap strikers. Bamford has a double, but I'm assuming you have Bamford. Watkins. Those are like the main 3 that I would pick. As far as Zaha replacements, I really like, let's see, Leicester. Yeah, I really like James Maddison or Harvey Barnes, most in that order. I think Maddison with Jamie Vardy coming back is going to feast on assists. I think he looks good. Who else is around that price tag? It ain't about the money. I mean, you could go Wolverhampton midfielder, but I wouldn't. West Brom, I don't think I would go for Pereira, but you could. Spurs, no, nothing at that price. Significant price. Dennis from Always Sunny. Not Newcastle, although Amaron does look good. Shout out Dylan. He does look like a good player. Gundogan, Saka. Saka has a tough run of fixtures. Never mind. Gundogan obviously has been balling. Cavani. You could go Cavani. Cavani's not bad. Replacement if you have the cash. Rafini for Zaha. Save some funds. Yeah, those would be the ones I would say. Hopefully that helps. Those would be the ones that, if I were you, I would research. I haven't looked into it a massive amount, but I can definitely see long-term uses. I'm going to school on Thursday. Hey, that's good. That's going to school. What are you going to school for? What year? What grade are you in? I think Stroik can end up with good points against Wolves. Yeah, I got Stroik, and I could play him, but I just don't know how much I trust that Leeds defense. Although he could score like he did today. Real talk, Ward-Prowse needs to be thrown in the England team. That's a good conversation to have. There's a lot of good players though in the midfield. I'm moving around too much and squeaking too much. I mean, you have Jack Grealish, you have Foden, who's really good. Who else is a midfielder that I'm missing? Declan Rice, obviously, he's great. It's a tough competition. Mason Mount. It's a tough competition for that England midfield spot. Maybe go over it could be. As someone who owns Stroik and might be playing him, I hope so. Long term is a lot more safe than trying to trade it. I always, on a side note, I always long term. I don't know how you do it, Tom, but for me, I'm a big fan of long term investments more than short term. I don't like swing trading, but that's me. Definitely a lot of compared to the stock market. Yeah. Grealish and DCL out to Rafini and Ings for a -4. I do like that move. Yeah, I do like that move. Getting rid of Jackie G is really hard for me to do. I don't think I'm going to get rid of him, but at the same time, me and Ahmed were talking about that is my concern, or that is Jackie G is a concern on my team, and I think I could do better without him if I save some cash and go Rafinha, because I could drop Jackie G down to Rafinha. I'll show you. I could do something like if I do drop Jackie G. Internet work. Yeah, there we go. I could drop Jackie G, and I could drop Antonio, and I could bring in Kane and where's he at? And Rafinha. Oh, I still have a ton of cash left over. What the heck? Could I keep? No. I have a ton of cash left over. I have 2.3 in the bank. I could just drop Gundogan and keep Jackie G. if Gundogan's hurt. I can do something like that if Gundogan's hurt. I just want to be legit. Let's see. Wish I didn't take a minus 40 every week until game week 5. That's right, I remember that. So yeah, Jones bloke, I do think that's a good move. But I'm just scared to bring out Grealish. But overall, I think it's a good move. Wish I didn't take a minus 40 every week until game week 5. Otherwise, I would be on 1,400 points. But And to be fair, you started late, right? I think it was you that started late. So it sucks, man. Sometimes those hits don't pay off. If I wouldn't have taken that minus 4 to drop Son in that game week 1, it still grinds me gears. 1,500 points now, that's huge. I actually don't even know what I'm on. I don't even know what I want. I didn't even know what I was doing since it was my first season. I thought every transfer was free. Oh no! Oh, who was it? Was it you that that hit the free hit on accident too? Was that you? Oh, I took so many bad minuses this year, Kobe. Definitely a lesson for next year. Yeah, I agree. Being patient is one of the big lessons I've learned this season. Being patient with the great players. To be honest, my degree has literally just made me ridiculously skeptical. My camera! Ridiculously skeptical of the stock market. That's hilarious. Something that I feel like would be the complete opposite, man. Yeah, sometimes the stock market, it doesn't make sense to me, man. I mean, again, you learn... I do a lot of research. Obviously, I have no degree. I just do a lot of reading and YouTube videos and stuff. But they'll be like, oh, make sure the stock makes this amount of cash, has this PE ratio, its competition is tough, it has a good game plan. And be like, okay, cool, bet. And then I'll look at a stock and I'm like, oh, this has no game plan. It looks terrible. It doesn't make any money. And then it jumps up like 60% in 3 months. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. The stock market's crazy. What a crazy world. Barnes is a good option too. Yeah, Harvey Barnes is a really good option. I have no problem taking a minus 4 or minus 8 if I genuinely believe that I'm going to do better. 100% agree. I think a misconception in the FPL world is taking minus 4s are bad, but if it pays off, man, it's huge. Like imagine if I was to take a minus 4 this week to bring in Gundogan, it would have paid off. It would have paid up for all my other times I took minus 4s. So it just all depends on getting it right. Take a minus 4 to get it. Oh, there you go. They literally. My literal example is right here with Tom. Took a minus 4 to get in Gundogan for Sterling, and look how that worked out. Yeah, that is huge. Big time. Luke Shaw has to be in the England team 100%. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other left back I would put above him. That's a great point. Yeah, I might have to. I can't think of any other left back for England that I'd put up there, because Chilwell was looking really good, but Chilwell's game has dropped drastically in the last couple months, and Luke Shaw has been the opposite. Yeah, Tom, it's when you get to it's when you just want to make a minus 4 just to make a minus 4. I think at the beginning of the year I was doing that. I was just trigger happy on taking the minus 4, and I made that mistake. Jackie G, have a good doubles though. Why don't you upgrade Basuma? I could, yeah. I think my plan right now is to upgrade Basuma to Rafini, and I'll probably end up benching Cresswell, and I'll play. So my plan right now is just to take Basuma out and bring in Rafini, and this will be like my stock, right? If Gundogan's hurt, because the week after, then I'll drop Danny Ings and I'll bring in Harry Kane the week after. I either drop Danny Ings next week and bring in Harry Kane, or I just take the minus 4 and take Antonio out. Oh no, I can't do that. I'd have to drop Gundogan. It all depends. A lot of it is going to revolve around if Gundogan's healthy or not. All right, let's see. Need to look at FPL like the stock market. That's how I do it. They're all investment risk and returns and risk. Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, they're all risks. Some are better risks than others. Sometimes you'll have you got to look at long term too, because sometimes you'll have a stock that drops 5%, but the next day it jumps up. Well, that's pretty volatile. It's 5-7. Sometimes you'll have a stock that drops 1.5% in a day. The next day it jumps 2%, and now you're sitting and saying, "Hey, I'm in the green." Same thing. I feel you, man. Technical analysis and stop shares, etc., will help you stay safe. I agree, man. I don't know what shape the stock market's in now, though. Too much manipulation. Yeah, dude. Yeah, a ton of manipulation, a ton of volatility right now. I mean, it crashed hard in March, just about a year ago. and then it hits highs while in a global pandemic. The only English left back I can think of is James Justin, but he's out for the season. Yeah, that's tough, dude. Chilwell, Shaw, James Justin, and Rose. Yeah, Rose isn't quality enough. James Justin, obviously, hopefully gets better. Hopefully has a good rehab process. Chilwell, I think Luke Shaw is better than Chilwell at this point. Master of the back pass, yeah. The best stocks are volatile. Short term, 100%, man. Short term, that's the beauty of a volatile stock, man. It could go up 10% one day, it could drop 10% the next. Stock market's so fun, dude. I think that's the first thing. I think before I even look at any text, any Snapchats or anything, the first thing I do is look at stocks. And since we've done this, since we talked about, oh no, it stayed about the same. That's my favorite part about the days, man. Monday through Friday. I'm looking at my portfolio right now as we speak. Let's see. Chilwell way too risky with 2 goals. Yeah, I agree, man. Too risky. Rose the one out of the Spurs squad. Because he got an argument with Mourinho. I'm not entirely sure on that one. I hope someone else has an answer for that. Trippier has played left back for England a couple of times. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they had lately England have been throwing right backs because there's a plethora of right backs to choose from for England right now. I mean, Reece James, obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold has been great. Trippier, James Justin should get a call soon if he was healthy. I mean, there's a lot of good right backs for England and not many left backs. So if I'm not mistaken, you guys were playing Kyle Walker. We're playing with 2 right backs essentially and 2 center halves, if I'm not mistaken. Trippier has been playing well too in La Liga. He's been playing well in La Liga. If I'm not, let me see. Where's La Liga standing right now? Did Atletico Madrid win again? Real Madrid won today. Atletico won yesterday. Of course they did because they're on fire. Man. Say what you... Simeone, man. What an absolute incredible head coach. Atletico Madrid have a 8-point gap on Barcelona and a game in hand. Ugh. But Barcelona's in top 4, which I did not think was going to happen earlier on in the season. Any last questions, comments, please get them in. I guess I'll wrap this up here pretty soon. Starting to fade off a little bit. Any last questions, comments? I don't know. I guess we could talk about anything now that, I mean, we have been talking about anything. What am I talking about? It's the FPL Dawn channel. We talk about random stuff all the time. Hit Boy. There was a great song with great Nipsey Hussle and Jay-Z song dropped the other day. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. My camera. Oh, that's how you know it's finna. All right, I'm gonna switch over to my. I gotta switch over to my webcam on me lappy toppy. Sweet. Now we go to the webcam. Mourinho, yeah, dude. Mourinho's hilarious. Great TV. Don't expect you to remember, but I told you about James Justin at the start of the season. The first comment I made to you was how he used to play left back for my old team, Lowton, and he had no problem. Yeah, dude, I honestly do remember that. And the frustrating thing, now that I forgot about that until you mentioned it. I do remember having this conversation because we were talking about, there was the other left back that people were talking about that he was going to play left back. I forgot his name. He was brought in to Leicester's side, but he hasn't played any minutes. And the whole concern was when Pereira comes back, is James Justin going to lose fault? And I believe our conversation was that if Pereira comes back, or when Pereira comes back, that James Justin is more than capable of going over to that left back spot because he was able to play at your Lowton, right? Lowton, I forgot how to actually say it. And that he was going to switch over to left back when Pereira comes back to right back. So James Justin was not at fault to lose a starting gig. The only problem, I'm just kicking myself because I'm such a big James Justin fan. I had him in my FPL squad last season, and the only reason I didn't get him is because I didn't think that he was going to play right back for this long. And I think our conversation happened like in game week two, so I already had my team solidified. I had too many fires to put out at that point. But yeah, I mean, you absolutely nailed it. James Justin was an absolute baller this season. I hope he gets healthy soon because he deserves to get called up to England. He deserves a lot, man. Trent Alexander-Arnold is not good to rejoin the England squad. Yeah, he needs to. He's been looking a lot. He's been looking better than he has been at the beginning of the season, but he has a lot of work to go still. Remember the block FPL guy I told you about? He's on 93 with Lowton, Stones, Cancelo, Areola, Antonio, and Gundogan to play. Yeah, I actually looked him up. I subscribed to him. He's awesome, man. He's awesome. Oh dang, that's incredible. See, that's why he's a king, dude. That's why he's getting top 10K finishes all the time. What subjects you got planned for your future podcast? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I was gonna call my buddy pretty soon, so we're gonna talk about it. I don't know, man. Because the thing is, I love talking about so many things. My mom blessed me with the gift of gab, and so I love talking about anything. So like stock market, football, American football, soccer, best foods, just anything, dude. I'm into physical therapy, so I can talk about physical therapy because obviously I'm going to school for it. So that's kind of why I want to start another YouTube channel where I could just have the freedom just to do anything I want out and like really break off from FPL. But on my next podcast, if I do one this week, I don't know if I will, but if I do one, I'll talk about West Ham players, whether to get rid of them or not. Leeds, how many Leeds players do I bring in? Is it good to bring in Danny Ings? Best captain obviously is a good one. I don't know. I also need my buddy to join my pod, man. I like talking with other people. So kind of off the top of my head, that's kind of what I would do if I would do a pod this week. Who would you recommend as a 5 million defender for the next couple of weeks? Well, Dallas has a double game week this week. For the next few game weeks, 5 mil defender. Maybe someone from Villa. No. Maybe Dunk for Brighton. I don't know how much he is. But maybe Brighton's defenses look really good. They've looked great for the past 3 game weeks. Crystal Palace are poor without Zaha. Then they have West Brom. So maybe someone from Brighton I might suggest. Chelsea, too much of a risk. I mean, you could go Rudiger. He seems nailed on for Chelsea. But again, it's just too much of a risk for me. Dallas has a double. I know a lot of other people have doubles in 26. So I'd look at that schedule and bring that up. Leicester too expensive. Liverpool too expensive. City too expensive. I'm assuming you have Stones at this point. I don't know how much he is. United, maybe Luke Shaw. I brought in Luke Shaw. I really love having him in my squad. He has 2 tough fixtures though there, but I think in 26 he has Chelsea and Crystal Palace. That's probably what it's going to be. So maybe Luke Shaw. That's what I would suggest. Those players. Off the top of my head, maybe, I don't know if I'd suggest Vestergaard, but he could score next week. Palace have looked so bad recently. What's up with them? I feel like they could slip into relegation battle if they don't pick up soon. Yeah, I agree, man. They look, from what I've seen, they look like the worst team in the Prem over the last few weeks. They really miss Zaha. He's clearly a big factor of that squad. And they don't look creative going forward. They look so vulnerable defensively. They just look like they've just shut off, honestly. Past the controller. I honestly don't know what's wrong with him other than losing Zaha. I mean, I like Eze, I like Zaha, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know what's up with. I don't know. James Justin will be missing my team. Had him since game week 2. I hope he gets healthy. What a talent! I agree, Alex. He's a baller, dude. A baller. They were saying him or Thomas. That's right, Thomas. It was Thomas. Yeah, I remember this exact conversation, dude. We were talking about it. In game week 2 or 3, I think that's when I started streaming, and that's when he started coming in. I just had too many fires. If we go back to my squad I had in game week 1 or 2, I guess I should go back to that for that. If I go to my squad for game week 2, I had way too many fires to put out, so I didn't want to bring in Justin. I guess I could have brought him in for Walker Peters, Taylor. Yeah, I had St. Maximin had to go. Aubameyang had to go. Saka wasn't performing at the time. Martial wasn't performing. Werner wasn't performing. That bench was terrible. Yeah, I don't even want to look at this. I'm trying to gain credibility here, man. That's a terrible. That game week 2 squad looks horrible. Yeah, James Justin's a baller. I should have listened to you, man. And then I got too stubborn to bring him in after a few game weeks. James Justin is the best outside defender, or the best defender outside of City. I'd have to think about that one, but he is really good. He is really good. He could do both. He can attack and he can defend. That same situation with Soufal. I had him since game week 4. Oof. Ooh. I don't know if the only people I've had for a long time are Jack Grealish, Mo Salah, Martinez, and Bamford. Yeah, something like that. Bruno. He came through on our youth team at Lowton, and we am I saying that right, Lowton? And we really said from day one he's prem quality. He could play left back, right back, center mid for us, and it could easily be the best player. I think he even got a little time at wing too in his career, right? Dang. Honestly, as a Lowton fan, how awesome is it to see that someone to come up your ranks and play for a great team like Leicester and be probably their best player this season? Yeah, I'd probably say James Justin's been Leicester's best player this season. I mean, Vardy's dope. Don't get me wrong, but how awesome is that as a Lowton fan to say you watched him grow, and he's a Lowton product? That's so sick. Same situation. Another big paycheck for Leicester, no doubt. I don't know if you get rid of him, man. I mean, they could. I wonder what his transfer market is. Yeah, defender underdogs are the best. Defender underdogs are the best. Yeah, 100%. I love underdogs. Period, man. Rate my team, please. Yes, Santango. Donatello's. You want to join the Donatello's Mini League? Code description below. Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like I can't find this one every time. Out in the street, they call it murder. Welcome to Jamrock. Y'all remember, for those who live in England, is I don't know why I can't ever find this one. Or find your squad. I feel like I do this every time. Is reggae sauce still a thing in England? For those living in England? Oh, it's because I keep reading it wrong. Reggae sauce. So good as finger licking. Yeah, I met that reggae sauce guy. Rate your team, please. All right. Do you want me to be funny with it or be actual with it? Actually, I think it's a really good squad. I think Robertson is too much cash to have in your squad. I would drop him down. Son's great. You have incredible bench depth. I think this is a really good squad. My only concern is I think I could do more money with. I could drop Robbo down to another defender who can get about the same amount of points he can over the last part of the season, and I could save a lot of cash, and I could throw that somewhere else. Overall, dude, this is a really good squad. Really good squad going forward. How much cash do you have in the bank? 0.0. Yeah, no cash in the bank. I would get rid of. You have too many West Ham assets. I'd probably get rid of Soufal soon. No, I wouldn't get rid of Soufal just yet. I think there's other fires, but yeah, I mean, you could drop Robbo down to, I don't know, off the top of my head. I don't know, honestly. Someone at 5 mil, save 2 mil and throw that somewhere else. Overall, dude, that's a great squad. A great squad. They'd probably ask 50 to 60 mil if somebody wanted them. Yeah, they probably get it too. Yo, Don, I need a video about back problems. What's your back problem, dude? I just went over back. I don't know how much I could do with back problems. I think what we've been focusing on in the first 5 weeks of PT school have been a lot of shoulder problems, and scapula problems. But I've only been in school for 5 weeks, so I can't really say too much. But I could try to break it down. It'll give me some practice to really break things down and critically analyze it. Where exactly you're hurting in your back? Upper back, lower back? What do you do? What's your daily routine? Are you sitting down in a chair all day? How do you sleep? Those are all factors in back pain. I also want to do that in the future. Like when somebody gets hurt, like James Justin. When James Justin gets hurt, I kind of want to talk about what if in the future, like what I would do as a physical therapist, and kind of let FPL fans know and football fans know what kind of process he's going to be going over for the next 5-6 months or whatever it is. Yeah, Leicester 80 mil for Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw's 5 mil. Yeah, 5 mil. Great pick. Festegard is the new GOAT, Don. He could be the double game week hero we get. He was on fire to start the season, and he's going up against a team that does not do well against set pieces, and that is his bread and butter. Apparently, the 80 mil we gave to Leicester is what they used to buy a new training facility. That is so good. That is awesome, man. And they got Soyuncu, who's been great, or promoted Soyuncu. Thinking of English left backs, by the way, Cresswell is criminally underrated. Thank you. I forgot to mention Cresswell when we were talking about left backs. Cresswell has been phenomenal. I honestly want to see the top. I wouldn't be surprised if the top chance creators in the Prem, among the top 15, involve Cresswell. I think he's like number 1 in crosses. This dude is a baller. Cresswell's a baller. I'm right there with you. Has he gotten an English call up? Does he get called up to the national squad? Lowton. Okay, Lowton. So my best mates are Leicester fans, so it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful seeing them love it. That's awesome, man. Homegrown hero, Lowton. I don't. Excuse my American accent. I've seen the adverts, never had it. Oh, dude, yeah, the reggae sauce. Yeah, I think he went on to like Britain's Got Talent, right? And he did that song. I was gonna buy some and give some to my parents, man. Reggae sauce, so good as finger licking. Yeah, I need some jerk chicken. Jerk chicken's top 5 food all time. What's up? I just popped my All right. That's all right. Cool, man. Yeah. No way. I was thinking of one of my scapulas wing. If your scapula is wing, it goes out like this. Usually that means that your serratus anterior, which is right here, it's on your ribs. Usually that means that it's weak. It could mean other things. It could mean that other muscles are tight, but essentially it's that muscle that gives you that last push. So you want to do like a bunch of look up exercises that you could do that could give you that last boom push. It could be, it's probably most likely that. It could be a mid-trap thing, but I don't think it's a mid-trap. I think it's more of that, yeah. So there's a muscle right here. It's called the serratus anterior. Look it up. Serratus anterior. Try to find exercises to do it. You could do like I think push-ups where you go like this on your fists. Something like that. It's called the boxing muscle. Yes, great stuff. Good old Levi Roots. Yeah, Levi Roots. That's his name, man. Yeah. Yeah, I met him in I was living in Brixton at the time, and he came by for the Olympic torch, the running of the Olympic torch or whatever, and I saw him there. Yeah, great dude. One shot wild card. It all depends on what your squad looks like. If your squad has a lot of fires to put out right now, go ahead and use it now. But I also think that I'm gonna wait for mine. I think the best time to use it at this moment. I think if you use it at 26, you could be really aggressive with that double game week. And you could put a real good squad together. You could wild card, or you could build up. What you could do is if you have your bench boost, you could get a really good squad going for 26, and fill up that bench boost. And then after 26, you could wild card out of it, something like that. Just off the top of my head. I'll message you in the Discord about my back problems. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I'm only 5 weeks into PT school, so I can't really say much. But it'll help. It'll give me practice on these things. Because that's one of my classes is literally, they'll be like, oh, this person has a bit of a shoulder pain right here. I don't want to go too technical terms, but shoulder pain right here. What do you think the problem most likely is a problem? So this will give me a practice. I remember when we played Chelsea away in the cup, and money we got from the tickets paid for us to redo our stadium toilets. That's the thing about the FA Cup, man. The FA Cup, it's lost a lot of passion, right? Because it's just big clubs winning it now. But it's still a lot to be said about teams like Luton who can go and play Chelsea, make a lot of money, and they can upgrade their facilities, throw a lot of money to places that need it. They could like, who's that one team that played Tottenham and they sold virtual tickets and made a good amount of money off of it? It's huge. That's hilarious though. Stadium toilets. Out of all things to fix, stadium toilets. If you start telling us about the injuries, you should change your name to FPL Doc. That's hilarious. FPL Doc, I like that, man. Is there another FPL Doc? Can I claim that? FPL Don and FPL Doc channels? Shame Cresswell isn't younger, or they would be more England talk. Yeah, he's like, 30 years old now? Something like that. He's having a great season, man. He's having a great season. Luton. Yeah, shout out Luton. Miss Sexy Diva, good to see you here. I can't believe I got rid of Gundogan 2 weeks ago before the 2 hauls. I captained Pope this week, too. I think, was it you that captained Gundogan 2 weeks ago? And it was like the 1 week that Gundogan didn't have a good week over the past 4. Oh, that's just gutting. That just sucks. Oh, that's unfortunate. Are you gonna be planning on bringing in Gundogan soon if he's healthy? Kobe says, don't want to talk about Cresswell because all I remember from him is that he scored a free kick against United in the last minute last season. Ooh, yeah, that's like me and Hudson-Odoi for wiping out the clean sheet I had with the double city defense. 92nd minute. I'll never get over it. To be fair, actually, your insight into injury lengths and returns would be super useful, especially because even when players return, they aren't the same. For example, Bellerine's speed post ACL. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do, right? And obviously the big ones like Van Dijk's injury with his ACL, Bellerine's ACL. It'd be nice for me to break down and kind of give you what as a, because I wouldn't be working on Van Dijk, but I could kind of give insights to the usual stereotypical returns and what's to be expected from a typical standpoint. Of course, there's going to be players like Adrian Peterson. I don't know if you remember him, but Adrian Peterson came back from ACL and won MVP in American football. So, I mean, everything's happened, but it'd be nice too if somebody like, if somebody has a, I don't know, dislocated shoulder, it breaks their collarbone, just even minor injuries, I could be able to say, hey, this is usually the timeline you would expect. This is kind of what he has to go through, and this is what he needs to worry about when he gets back. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. That's why I want a side channel, so I can do stuff like that. All right. Our team is very similar. What about the blank? The blank, I'm not too worried about the blank. I still have my free hit, and even if I don't have my free hit, at this moment, there's only like, 8 teams that are playing. And so, I mean, I don't know if you can only field like 4 or 5 players in that game week. I don't think you missed that much. I don't think you missed that. I don't think you'll get a red arrow really if you pick the right players. So I'm not too worried about the blank at this moment. It's still like 5 game weeks away, so you could plan to have players like Martinez, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Son, and that'll give you 4 players right there who are great players and playing that. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, you could plan to have like 10 or 11 players if you plan your transfers out correctly, and you could have 10 or 11 players in 29 and then wild card after that. That's a good strategy too. You're 99. Marine FC. I think they just updated, so you must have gone. You probably going up. Marine FC. Let's see if I can find you. We gon' find you. He gon' find you. I think they updated, so I don't know if you're 99 anymore because it's not Marine FC that I was clicking. It was Gunnar be a long season. That's who it was. I don't think this is you. What about like, yeah. So if I like my team, Liam, I don't think I'm going to make any moves on my team. I still think I have a really good squad moving forward, so I'm not going to make a wild card just yet, unless I want to be really aggressive. I think I have to, because he is too much of a threat. If KDB is back, his role could be changed. Yeah, at this moment, I think my ranking to start the week was at like 900K, and my ranking, his effective ownership at my ranking was like 95%. So essentially, if he scored 100 points, I would have only gone up 30K in rank at 900K. So yeah, it could hurt if he keeps scoring. I think I have to. Oh yeah. Oh, this is you. Okay, cool. Rate your team. All right, cool. You want me to be serious with it, or do you want me to roast you? 0.9 in the bank. Bamford, Dallas. Okay, so you have a really good squad set up for next week. Really good squad set up for next week. Cresswell, Cancelo, Diaz, me. Ideos, me. If I was you, I like your midline. You have two Leeds players, so that's cool. I think it's a great squad, man. I mean, it's no surprise to me that you have this good of a squad and you're about to get a 100-point game week. Great call on not playing Dallas, by the way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 players left, and that 5 could give you essentially 6 because it's double points. Great call on the Gundogan cap. I think for me, I'd probably get rid of I love Cresswell. I've been talking a lot of good things about him, but Cresswell to me has too tough of fixtures to really keep him in. I mean, he could get assists, so maybe I hold on to him. Maybe I get rid of me. No, he plays West Brom next, right? I'm keeping me. Cresswell, yeah. I don't know what I would do. Try to bring in a Spurs asset if you can. Try to bring in a Spurs asset. That's what I would. If it were me, I would try to bring in either Son or Harry Kane. I don't know how I would do it, though. Great squad, dude. Great squad, man. Going to be a long season. Are you in Adam FPL's mini league? I am not. I need to check it out. Oh, you're talking to Alex. Cool. Who to captain next week? I'm thinking Bamford. Yeah, I think so too. it's really tough because I don't know off the top of my head who I would even suggest to captain other than Bamford. I mean, the double game week, Bamford against Wolverhampton and Southampton, that looks really enticing, honestly. He might be my favorite. Bruno Fernandes plays Newcastle, though. Newcastle are hurting. He could come away with double digit. Ings could come away. Rafini could. I think for me, I'm probably going to go Bamford. Maybe. I don't know. It's either Bamford or Fernandes for me. I mean, I even think Mo Salah against Everton could come away with a brace. I could see him getting double digits next week, too. So, I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know. I haven't done enough research on that Miss Sexy Diva. At this moment, I'm leaning towards Bamford and Bruno Fernandes as my two that I would suggest. Thought about Ben Mee. Will he play for Fulham? I looked into it like 30 minutes ago, so that's the only research I've been able to do while I was streaming, and it seemed like he was okay. And that it was just like a precautionary thing. But I'm also hearing, I think Tom was talking about it, that he might have to go through concussion protocol. But I would definitely just keep an eye on it and see what happens. If I had to speculate, I think he plays from what I was able to quickly read. But I wouldn't be surprised either way. Kane or Son? I'm going Kane. I think there's a lot of good options in the midfield that you can go other places. You have, Salah, Bruno, Grealish, Gundogan, Saka, Rafini, James Maddison, Harvey Barnes. All of them are really quality players to have in your midfield. I know I'm missing some players just on the top of my head. So you can kind of make up for your midfield with those players. And Harry Kane to me is just, he's got double-digit goals and assists. He's on penalties. I think he's the dude. For me personally. I also kind of have a vendetta against Son this season because I dropped him in game week 2 when he got 24 points. I'll remove Antonio and Madison if I bring Kane or Son. I can only get one of these two as well. So if I was, would you have to get rid of both Antonio and Madison if you got Kane in? Yeah. What are your exact? Would it be Antonio and Madison out to bring in Kane? Is that what you're planning on doing? I like Madison long term. I don't think he has a good matchup this week if I remember correctly, but long term I do think it's good. Oh, I got a homework assignment due tonight. Dang it. Not fun to remember. Could I make a wildcard team? Really quickly. I got to wrap this up here pretty soon. I'm starting to fade off, and I just remembered I have an assignment due tonight. Cresswell gone. Antonio gone. All right, so for... Let me see. Kane. That's the kind of dead air as I'm not talking, but my Discord link is that. Yeah, join my. I'll put my league code up right now. My league code is right. Just passed it. I keep seeing Neymar every time I go to Twitter. My league code is, it's like P8XY2K or something like that. P8XY2K. P8XY2K. And then, I can check out your squad for show. Hopefully you see it there. P8XY2K. I'll go back to my wild cards. This is just a really quick wild card squad without putting any thought into it. Defender. Let's go. We were talking about Vestergaard a lot, so should I just go Vestergaard? I don't know how to say his actual name. I don't know, honestly. I'm trying to tinker with it right now. I'd probably get rid of Jack Grealish. No, I wouldn't. I would only want Ings for this one game week. Then I would drop him. Let's see, how much is our boy Brewster these days? Bye, Mr. Ings guy. 4.4. Swap him out. Gundogan. Honestly, don't know, man. I don't know. too much pressure to make a wild card squad right now. I know I would want some City defenders still. Luke Shaw would be in there. I may even just do that. Gundogan would have to be in there if he's healthy. Rafini would be in. Salah, Bruno, Kane, Bamford. So those would kind of be my staples. There are other players like Maddison. I'd probably want Maddison. Let's go to Leicester. Yeah. I'd probably go... I don't know. If Gundogan's hurt, I'd go right here. I don't know. Something like that. I would need more time to get... Oh! I had it. Come on. Come on. Shimon. Points. All right. What do I think of Ousmane Dembele? Apparently United wanted him. If he goes back to his form at Dortmund, I'd take him. But if he pulls his hamstring every week, then Barca could keep him. Ooh, all right, cool. So we talking... I was joining the league. Yeah, I'll check your team out right now, Mustafa. All right, so if we're talking Dembele has been very injury prone these last few years. I remember United wanted them, but Barcelona are going to want a lot of good... are bankrupt, so they're going to want some good money for him to make up for the fact that we paid $100+ million for him. Dembele at his finest is phenomenal. Phenomenal. This dude, I mean, they always say at Barcelona, the dude has a five-star foot. They just don't know if he's right or left-footed because he's that good at both of them. The dude is incredibly quick. He's got incredible skills on the ball. His shots, I mean, he can shoot with both feet. His deliveries need work as far as like his crossing, his passing needs a little bit more delicacy to it. He's so freaking fast. He needs to be a little bit more composed in front of goal at times as well. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, he's got everything, man. He's got everything you would want pretty much in the intangibles. The only problem has been his health over the past few months. But he has... It seems from the articles I've been reading, I don't want to say tabloids, from the articles I've been reading, it seems like Dembele has understood that he needs to train to avoid injury, and so he's really taken upon himself to take his body seriously, you know what I mean? Because when you're 18, 19, you kind of eat your double stuffed Oreos, you don't care about training or stretching, and you just kind of get away with it. He couldn't get away with it. And so he's starting to realize now that he's putting in a lot more work off the field and keeping his body right. And since we have seen that, we have seen him be healthy for quite some time now, right? This season. Now his confidence still needs to go up a little bit, but I think Coleman's done a really good job at bringing out a quality Dembele when he plays. I mean, even like if you look at his cut when he does, he'll be running full speed and he'll look like he's going to shoot it and he'll just stop on a dime, turn the other way, and you're gone. Bye, peace. So as far as, again, the intangibles, he has everything. It's his health and his confidence to me, and a couple of obviously other things he needs to tune, but now I'm talking about Dembele a lot. He looks really good right now, and when he play, he'll in my opinion, he'll most likely start against PSG on Wednesday. And you'll get a good glimpse in. But as far as the off-the-field stuff, taking care of injuries, he's taking a lot more care of his body right now. Do you see Antonio's tweet today? So funny, dude. That was so funny. I couldn't believe it. I had to double-check it twice. Tempted to transfer him out purely for that tweet. Dude, it was so funny. Oh, my gosh. I wonder what his girl's thinking. Oh, that is a top... Oh. Just a hilarious tweet. Huson, yeah. Mustafa, I'm looking at your squad. Okay. Looking at your squad, you have $4 million in the bank. Yeah, that was a hilarious tweet. I like Wan-Bissaka moving forward. Fernandes, Salah, Grealish. I like your front line, man. I mean, I'm probably going to hold on to Jack Grealish, but I'm going to do a lot of research and thinking about him this week. More than I probably should with school on my brain. Rudiger, I think, is a good shout because he seems like he's the most nailed on at that Chelsea defense. Love Maddison, man. I think, dude, this squad is deep. You want to go deep, I'll take you deep. You know you messed up when you let my mind creep. Deeper than a page of a book, let me look. Deeper than deep dish, hammers and bowl. Outcast. I think it's a great squad, man. I'd probably get... I'd maybe get rid of Sufal now that they have a really tough run of fixtures, and you have great depth at defenders. That even if Cancelo doesn't start, you have Rudiger coming in, so you can throw in a 3.9. Maybe try to focus on some double game week players this week, but I wouldn't jeopardize your squad just to bring in double game week players. You remove Pope and Antonio for Kane and a 4 million keeper for next game week. You have Martinez. Yeah, I think that's perfect, dude. That's perfect. You have Martinez. He's more than capable enough of keeping that one keeper position. Swapping Antonio out for Kane. That's perfect, dude. I fully stamp your phenomenal. Yeah, two thumbs up, stamp of approval from the Don. I'll show you his tweet right now. I'll read it so it's not me saying it, and I'll just bring it up. Mikel Antonio. I don't know where he's at. I don't know how to spell it. Is it Michael? Is it just Michael? I don't know how to actually spell his first name. I think it's Where's he at, dude? Now that I can't find it. It was everywhere. It was for show everywhere on my. There it is. And it's gone. All right, it's taking me a while to bring it up, but here it is. He said he posted a picture of his missus there, and he says, "I love you with all my willy. I would say my heart, but my willy is bigger. Happy Valentine's Day." That is so funny, man. Oh my goodness. Hey, Tom, it was good seeing you, man. Have a great night. Thank you so much for showing up. I should have listened to you when you talked about James Justin. United would ruin Dembele. Good. I love Dembele. I want to see Dembele do well, man. If he can get half of his potential, he'll be a world-class player. I think so too. I think he would have the same injury record as his hamstring every week and probably out for 4 months or something. Yeah, that's a frustrating thing with Dembele as a Barcelona fan. Yeah, Mustafa, I think your moves to bring in Kane and remove Pope and Antonio is perfect. It's perfect. I would do the same if I were you. What are your moves for next game week? All right, so for my game week, I'm gonna be bringing in Rafini first off. I'm bringing in Rafini. Now, if Gundogan is out for a while, I'm swapping Gundogan out and bringing in Rafini. If Gundogan is healthy, I'm probably gonna swap out either Jack Grealish for Rafini or Basuma for Rafini, because I still have 5 million in the bank right now. So I'll bring in Rafini. I could do that for Basuma, and then the week after I'll drop Danny Ings for Harry Kane. The only problem is I think Harry Kane could have a really good game week against West Ham, and so I want to bring him in for that match, and so I want to take a -4 to do so, and that's why I would think about getting rid of Jack Grealish for him, but I'm undecided. So I could, again, if Gundogan is hurt, I hope he's not, but if he is, it makes my job easier. Gundogan's out, Rafini in, and Danny Ings is going to be swapped out for, Antonio is going to be swapped out for Harry Kane. That's my plan right now. But for sure, Rafini is in, no question. Should I take a -4 to get Kane in, or take a -8 to get Kane in target? I wouldn't take a -8 to bring in target, but I would take a -4 to bring in Kane. I would do that, and I'm leaning towards doing it myself. What Aston Villa Spurs happened in blank game week 29. It's Ben Krillin, who I trust massively on Twitter, said that it seems like it'll be going through a game week 29. So I take his word for it. I do think it'll happen in game week 29. Thank you so much. No worries, Mustafa. Appreciate you showing up, man. Plus you'd be far too much pressure on him. Yeah. The good news with Dembele at Barcelona is the pressure's kind of fallen off, and we just want to see him succeed now. There's nobody that's saying he's going to be the next Thierry Henry. I'm just throwing out a name right now. But the pressure on him right now isn't there so much. It's literally just, we want to see you play. We want to see you be great. And we have his back. But if he goes to a side like United, I feel like he might have that pressure again. I don't know. Got to go. Good night. Hey, Alex, thank you so much for showing up, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, bro. Views on Ndombele. I really liked Ndombele 2 seasons ago when he was in League One, right? Last season was kind of him just getting healthy and getting used to the Premier League. I really like Ndombele, man. That goal he had like 3 weeks ago was absolutely filthy, by the way, disgusting. I like Ndombele. I think he's a really good player. I think that he he has the potential to be a really solid center mid, defensive mid, whatever you want to throw him at. And I think we're starting to see glimpses of that this season for Tottenham. He's really good at with the ball at his feet at times, and I just like him. Barcelona put up like a £40 million offer for him, if I'm not mistaken. I think so, and it was rejected. But he also wasn't in favor, right, with Jose. I like Ndombele. I don't know where his ceiling's at, but I like him as a player. Areola or Sanchez for my sub and blank game week. I'd probably take Sanchez over Areola. I'd probably take Sanchez. Yo, man, if you want to look at my team to understand, my name is changed name in the league. I brought in Rafini. Yes, sir. Siam. Yaka. All right. Gameweek 24. Let's look at your squad. I brought in Rafini and Bamford for Souček and Lacazette. Oh, yeah, I brought in... I brought in Rafini and Bamford for Souček and Lacazette. I'm bringing in Kane next week. I like that move, yeah. If I don't bring in Kane this week, I'm bringing Kane in next game week. And Kane for Lacazette to me is, I don't want to say no-brainer, but I think it's a great move, yeah. I'm a big fan of that. Souček's been great all season, but his fixtures are tough, so I like the move on from him. And Rafini and Bamford, I think, is perfect this game week. Yeah, big fan of that move. Yeah, big fan. Ings fixtures look really, really good, though. They do, man. Let me see. Oh, my gosh. Even move forward. So he has a double in 25. He has Everton in 26. Sheffield, Brighton. Then he has a blank in 29. But then Burnley, West Brom, Crystal Palace. Oh, my God. If he starts catching a little bit of flames over next week, I might just do now that I look at the schedule, I might just go and swap out Antonio for Kane and find a way to bring in Rafini and Kane this week. I don't know how I would do it, but those fixtures look good, dude. They look juicy. Shout out Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace. -4 to bring in Rafini and Kane, or -4 to bring in Rafini and Dallas. And bring in Kane next week. I'd rather do the -4 to bring in Rafini and Kane. I know Dallas has a double game week, and that could be huge. But he's also playing up against Wolverhampton. Should be a good match for him. I still would probably lean towards Kane more than Dallas for the -4. But that double game week does actually, now that I think about it, that Wolverhampton match might be all right for Leeds. No, I'd still probably rather go Kane, but that's my opinion. That's kind of what I would do. Hey, no worries, Cyan. No worries. That's what I would do. I like Dallas a lot. I would like to have him in my squad, but if I'm taking a -4, I'd rather take a -4 for Kane than I would for Dallas. Dallas is hit and miss with that Leeds defense. They give up so many opportunities. Double game weeks aren't announced before the game week 25. I'm assuming this. All right. Where's Southampton at? Possible game week in 26, likely in 27. Oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe I do keep Danny Ings. Alrighty then. Well, that just changes a lot of my plans. I might have to take everything back and bring in Kane and Rafini this week. Appreciate you, Kobe. Cheers, Don. Good luck for the next game week and the rest of the game. Hey, I appreciate you, Kobe. Good luck. Best of luck to you this week. And same to you for next week, man. I appreciate you. Seriously, I can't say how much I appreciate you, man. 3 double games in a row. That's huge. What's your league code, Don? My league code is PAXY2K. I'll bring it up real quick. Whack. And yeah. PAXY2K. Also, thanks for putting up with all the the stock talk today. Antonio to Kane is a good move for sure. Yeah, I agree. I just don't know if I have the exact fund. If I would have to drop Gundogan, I think, to be able to facilitate Antonio to Kane. I don't think I could do it if I drop Basuma. I can only do it if I drop Jack Grealish or if I drop Gundogan. So if Gundogan's hurt, and I hope he's not, it makes my job a lot easier. I don't know. This is my league code, by the way. I want to bump it, do or die. That new Freddie Gibbs song, by the way. Freddie Gibbs with Schoolboy Q. Nasty. Shout out JID too. Underrated. Shout out Rhapsody. She's crazy underrated. good fixtures, but it's the same as looking at bringing in a West Brom striker. They don't score much, lost the last 8 games or something, and I know because also my name is pronounced Kian. Okay, Kian. What's up, Kian? Nice to officially meet you, Kian. My name is Sean the Don, and I'm here to help. And make more. I'm more here to make you guys laugh and cheer up than help. Let's see. Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, West Brom striker I wouldn't bring in even with the fixtures, but it's just Danny Ings, man. Danny Ings, dude. Oh, I don't know. I'm having a close eye on him next week. Close eye, sharp eye. I don't know the exact phrase. I've been streaming for like 3 hours now. Oh my gosh. I gotta wrap this up here pretty soon. Should I get Antonio to Kane and Salah to Rafini, or Antonio to Kane and DCL to Ings? I love Rafini, man. This one's so hard on me. It's tearing at my heartstrings. Breaking up my heart when I'm with you. Tearing up my heart. Da, 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 da. I don't remember how the Backstreet song goes. I love Rafini, man, but I don't know if I would drop Salah to bring him in. I love Rafini. I think just because I'm scared to drop Salah, I'd probably do the latter, but I want Rafini in bad. I'll leave check description. Oh yeah, it's in the description. I think it's in the description. Should I buy NATO this week? I don't think NATO's the worst shout. I don't know if I'd probably focus on bringing in Rafini, but I don't think NATO's the worst. I'd probably focus on bringing in Rafini. Any chance you could have a look at my team? Hell no. No, just kidding. Yeah, no problem. What's your... Either give me your league code or your name, and I'll check it out. No problem. Cheers, dude. Good night. Best of luck with studies. Catch you soon. Hey, I appreciate you, John Jones. John Jones, I did it again. Jones Bloke 79. Hey, greetings from Malaysia. Sweet. Shout out Malaysia one time, man. Where are you guys from, by the way? That's awesome. Shout out Malaysia. Plans look good, too. Pope to a budget keeper, and then Bruno to Salah. And then, are you going to go Bruno to Salah? I thought. What do you think of Salah over Bruno? Is it a risk? I don't think it's necessarily. It's more of just preference at this point. They're both going to score about the same amount of points over the last half of the season, whatever we're at, and so it's just coming down to who do you prefer, who do you love, in the words of YG. I'd probably still like Bruno more than Salah, just because Bruno is just like a 3-point bonus point merchant. But Bruno does have tough couple of fixtures, so maybe Salah. Yeah, I don't. That's tough. Hamza, okay, I'll check you out right now. Do you stream every day, or what's the schedule? Because I want to watch you more. I think right now I'm just streaming on Sundays. Sundays after the last match. I try to do more, but I'm just super busy right now. I'm pretty much never home. I'm either never home or I'm studying. That's all I'm doing. So Hamza, right there. Man of God, FC, shout out, love the name. Yeah, consistently I'd go on Sundays after the last match. I try to do a stream the day before the deadline so I can answer more questions, and that's usually around like 6 o'clock London time, but I haven't been able to do that lately. So usually it's pretty much just Sundays. But I do like that's tough. Usually Hot 97, I think it's a radio station in LA. I don't listen to radio much anymore. All right, this year's squad: Son, Target, Calvert-Lewin. 70. Hey, great week. 76 points. You still have quite a lot of games to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games to go. That is sick. Okay, so if I was you, I would. Cresswell worries me with his fixtures coming up, but maybe I just hold on to him. I mean, maybe I drop Sterling and go with Mo Salah. Maybe go Sterling to Salah, but that's preference. I love having Son. Maybe try to bring in Rafini. How much cash do you have? With just $1 million? Bring in Rafini if you can, but you can't. You could go Sterling to Rafini and like Antonio or DCL to Kane. Yeah, you could do that. -4. Sterling to Rafini, Antonio or DCL to Kane, and your squad could be Cancelo, Shaw, me, or Target or Cresswell, and then you have Gundogan, Rafinha, Bruno, Grealish, Bamford, and Son and Kane. So that looks strong, dude. You have a really strong squad. If it were me, I think now that we've gotten over the January transfer window, I wouldn't mind getting rid of some of my bench depth and just dropping those down to some enablers, because it's not gonna be like it was in January, I don't think, in my opinion. And I would use that money to bring in that Kane and Son double up could be really effective, or bringing in Salah, something like that. Overall, great squad. I would if I was looking at players to get rid of, Cresswell would be one of them just because of the fixtures. Sterling just because I think I could do more with the cash, and Antonio because of the fixtures. Something like that. Is Ben Mee injured? I don't know. So I looked this up in the middle of the stream. Hey, appreciate you, Kian. Really appreciate you showing up. Yeah, I think I looked up Ben Mee in the middle of the stream, so I haven't been able to do too much research, but it seems like they said that he's okay, or it's not as serious as they thought. So if I had to speculate from what I was able to read while streaming, it seems like he may play on against I forgot who they're playing. He may play this week, but that's speculation. He might also, I think Tom was saying that he might have to go through concussion protocol. I'm not entirely sure. It's in the air. I would keep an eye on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he plays this for the second match. I'm using my wild card for the next week. Here's my team: Martinez, Sanchez, Lowton, Vestergaard, Dallas, Wan-Bissaka, Cancelo, Salah, Fernandes, Grealish, Gundogan, Son, Watkins, Ings, Bamford. Dude, that is so deep. You have an incredible amount of players. I have no problem with any of those guys, man. I think maybe it's just a little bit too much money spent on the bench, but that's just me. That's just my philosophy and how I play, right? Dude, that is so solid. The only thing I'm concerned about is Vestergaard. I'm worried about their defensive prowess, but he could score against Leeds, and I wouldn't be surprised at all, because Leeds are just giving up set piece and corners to everyone, and that's Vestergaard's bread and butter. So I think that's a great squad, man. Great squad. Great wild card. I'm jealous using your wild card. Can I see your Gameweek 25 team? Yeah, boy. I haven't made any moves yet. I'm not going to do that until right before the deadline. But my squad is going to look like this. I could bring in Stroik for Cresswell. So the thing that's not the transfer I'm going to make 100% is going to be bringing in Rafini. And so Rafini will come in for, I don't know exactly who he's coming in for, but Rafini will be in the squad. I'll be playing most likely a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. And I'm either going to bring in Rafini for Basuma, or I'm going to be bringing in Rafini for maybe Gundogan and Antonio to Harry Kane. That's my plan. I have like $5 million in the bank right now, maybe even 6. This is what I'm looking at right now. My captaincy choice is probably going to go to Bamford, but that's up in the air. Yeah, no problem, man. You'll get 1,000 easy. I mean, that would be beautiful. I don't even know what I would do if that day happens. I never thought I'd get to 100 followers, let alone where I'm at right now. Blessed is beyond blessed. Beyond blessed. I don't know what I'm doing. I just try to make people laugh, man. I just try to make people laugh and enjoy life. You know what I mean? Now to think about my moves are probably going to be solid to Rafini, Antonio to Kane. I think I talked about that one. Yeah, I like that move, Kobe. I think I'd rather go the latter, but just because I don't want to drop Salah. But I'm such a huge Rafini fan. I do think Rafini outscores Mo Salah this week, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Give me some time on that one, Kobe. Text me or comment on one of my videos, or go to my Discord and we'll talk about it so I can get more time on that. I was going to go Sterling to Rafini. Yeah, so perfect. Our thoughts align there. I think on the same wavelength. Sterling to Rafini this week and a defender to Dallas, and bring in Kane next week. I love that move, man. Love that move. I love it, especially because I didn't see that's what you were doing, and I had the same kind of thought process as you. So our thought lines matched up. It did, yeah. Terrible excuse. Pardon me for doing that. I'm exhausted. I gotta end it here pretty soon. Cody, that's probably smart, but I'd hold Calvert-Lewin like me, because if he's not injured long, his team has some great fixtures coming up and might be good if you can hold. I do like that, man. Is Alba a good option? Oh, wait. against Fulham. I just saw against Fulham. Benita, I only see against Fulham. Oh yeah, against Fulham. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah. We're talking about Ben Mee. Is Aubameyang a good option? I don't think. I just think his fixtures are still pretty tough for me. I still think I'd rather have Salah, Fernandez, Harry Kane, Son. But if I look at his fixtures, I mean, he has City this week, Leicester the week after. Burnley is all right. Tottenham, West Ham, Liverpool. So his next, 6 matches are pretty worrying. I think come the end of the season, like this right here, Sheffield, Fulham, Everton, Newcastle, West Brom. At that point, I would say let's start looking at Aubameyang, but I still am just a bit skeptical on him, even after his Hattie today. Don, how you still live? Crazy. I don't know, man. I got to wrap it up. I got to wrap it up here because I have homework due tonight and a quiz tomorrow, and here I am. I got carried away, man. Talk about FPL and stocks, and Margot Robbie really just gets me in another place, dude. Don's still going the grind. Dude. Daph and Issa both at the very end. Y'all bookmarked this stream. Yeah, I was going way longer than I expected. Way longer. Don, I'm on 110 plus in the top 10. Dude. Top 1K. I'm not worthy. That's so phenomenal, man. My Discord's right there, by the way. Dang. The grind, dude. I know my mama and my daddy blessed me with a grind, man. They blessed me with my mom blessed me with a gift of gab for one. And yeah, they blessed me with just working hard, dude. I'll have to study a little longer than I expected to today, but it's worth it. I have Wilson, Justin, and Tierney on the bench, and I want a new defender and attacker, but I don't know who to choose. Yeah, I think for me, Luke Shaw's a good option. Dallas is a good option as far as Justin replacements. Tierney gives you a little bit of cash. I mean, City defenders are still going to be good. It's hard because not many defenses have good fixtures coming up. But that's kind of who I would suggest at the top of my head. Wilson, upgrade to Kane, downgrade to Ollie Watkins, downgrade to Bamford. Off the top of my head. Issa, I'm so jealous. What's the transfer you're making? Yeah, Issa, what's your tips, man? What gifted you, or what? Not gifted, because you earned it. What tips do you got for me? I have 3 Leeds players. There you go, 3 Leeds players. Talking Aquarium, back to you. I think bringing in some Leeds assets this week, it could be really effective. Dallas is playing in that center attacking mid right now, so let's see. Yeah, the net. You're 60 points clear. Bim bat boom. Shardul, all right. Yeah, you're 60 points clear. Shardul, who got 82 this week. Captain Gundy. 2 players left. Ooh, still a great week, Bim Bat Boom. That's so sick. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I gotta do homework and eat and study. Unless you have any other questions. If you have any other questions, I'll answer those before I dip. Before you put your hands up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. And I have to. Rihanna keeps calling my phone right now. She thinks I'm ignoring her on Valentine's Day for the stream, and I kind of am, but you know, she'll still be there. Yeah. Any last questions? Please get them in real quick. I'll answer them. If not, I'll wrap this up. Usually, how am I gonna wrap this up today? Let's wrap this up with I don't know. The usual. Take some time in your day to make someone laugh. What are some good? I don't know. Y'all want? Freddie Gibbs had a really good song with Schoolboy Q. That's a good listen. Nipsey Hussle and Jay-Z had a great album or great song on the Hit Boy album. Either way, thank you everyone for showing up, man. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of you guys. What a Valentine's stream, yeah. I got some chocolate. Y'all want some chocolate? It's candy in the shape of a heart, man. Yeah, dude, I can't tell you how appreciative I am of you guys. Thank you so much for showing up and enjoying the stream and indulging me as I talk about the most random things on this stream. Hope you have a great rest of the game week. I don't think I'll be back until next Sunday because I think the next game ends on a Wednesday at 12:15, and I'll be in lab at that time. So I will not be able to stream at the end of the week. Hope you guys have a great rest of the game week. If you want to join the Discord, I did throw it in the text here. I couldn't pin it. It wouldn't let me pin for some reason. It's under my my burner account. I don't know where it'd be. I'll put my Discord right here. One last time. Take care, y'all. Have a great week. Make someone laugh this week, and catch y'all on the flip, man. In the words of Michael Scott, catch you on the flippy flop. Oh, that's the wrong page. I hope I'm in the top 100K. Help me get to the top 100K, Issa. Catch y'all, man.